And we are live. What is up, people? The internet, that is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful May 12th, 2026. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. And we're joined by Mr. Tyrone and Mr. Real Texan Politics.
Yeah, what's up?
Others might be
Hello.
joining later, but it's just us right now. We have a very eventful day with the South Carolina. We got to talk about the state of the Senate. We got to talk about even Thomas Massey because he has his own scandal. So, yeah, but we're finally back with a prediction stream for the Senate. And, yeah, you guys may notice, yeah, the stream might look a little bit different now. It's, yeah. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I like it. So, again, if you guys like the new stuff going on, the new style, let me know. I appreciate all the feedback, so just let me know. But I think most people have liked it so far, so yeah. All right, enough of that. Before we get into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the daily content. And if you have any questions or concerns or want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I will read through as much chat as possible, but super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. And we do got a couple super chats. Let's see here. Where is it? American Nerd for 2. What the F is the South Carolina GOP doing? Now, we got to talk about that. We will get to that in a little bit. I actually made a video on that. It's stupid, but we'll get to that. Jared the American for 2. You hear about the quartering drama? It's crazy. I didn't hear anything about it. No, I don't really pay attention to that stuff. K Cup for 2. Guys, but principles. Well, it's worse than my principles. Didn't the guy literally say like he wants to give Democrats power? Didn't the guy literally
Yeah.
say that?
He thinks the party is still heckin' wholesome Bill Clinton.
Yeah. It's wild. I'm Battlefield for 2. The Battleground Sun is like the Tatooine Suns. I wouldn't say that, but if people think that's what it is, that means I did a good job then. Okay, yeah, it's totally what it is. I don't know. But yeah, so today is the South Carolina prediction night stream. I've wanted to do this for a while. We did the House prediction, I think, last Thursday, was it?
The South Carolina prediction night stream.
Oh gosh, yeah. The Senate, I meant. Good Lord. But yeah, so we are talking with South Carolina. Oh my God. Damn it. It's the Senate. We're talking with the Senate today. And it's been a while since we did one of these. So yeah, here's the map pulled up right here. There are 35 states that actually have Senate races this year because some states like Oklahoma, Florida, Ohio. Is there another one that's a special election? No.
I think Nebraska.
No. Nebraska, they're special, I think 2 years ago, I thought.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But yeah, so again, we're doing a prediction night stream. Ratings are based on probability. So safe is like over 90%, likely 75, 90, leans 60, 75, tilt below 60. That's kind of what it is. So that's kind of just the basic stuff. President Gilbert Getty up for 5. We need to give power to the Democrats because of my principles. That's literally what the Senate Majority Leader said in South Carolina. We're not even exaggerating. He said that we cannot be mean to Democrats. We need to protect them. Like, what was the exact quote? Anybody
I
got
don't know,
that?
but his last name is Massey, but spelled differently.
Yeah, funny how that works. And he also said, like, oh, the map in South Carolina is already too gerrymandered. We gotta be friendly. It's fucking
He
unreal.
actually said it was the most gerrymandered state in the country, which
That's
kind of
insane.
seems to me like he
It really
probably,
is. It really is true that Democrats win elections in deep red seats with people like Shane Massey.
Yeah, of course his name is Massey. What are the freaking odds? But it's just freaking wild. That's our leadership in South Carolina. It is just insane. So
I think it's also just because they love Jim Clyburn so much.
yeah. American Nerd for 2. When is South Carolina primaries? They need to learn like Indiana. I actually
They've been
don't know.
delayed.
Yeah, I know they got
However, I
delayed.
will say I believe their Senate is not up until 2028.
Well, there's some wacky stuff going on in the state Senate now. It might happen now. There's been some talks about it. We'll see though. But Prince Writer for 10. Senate stuff. Here's the RNC Eternals from May 6th through May 9th. North Carolina D+4. Ohio R+4. Iowa R+9. Texas Cornyn +10. Paxton +5. Maine D+1. Georgia D+2. South Carolina R+11. That seems about right. If that's reality, that seems about right. But we'll get to that. Spring Bear for 2. What are the odds of Cassidy winning his primary? He's not winning that primary.
He's
no-
not even going to a runoff.
Yeah, he's done. K-Dog for 2. There's a new poll with Rogers ahead of El Saad by 5. I saw that. We'll get to Michigan in a second.
That had El Said up. I think that also had El Said up in the poll and winning
Yeah.
like 80% of the
He's gonna be the
Gen Z
nominee.
millennial votes.
I think he's the nominee. I think he's surging at the right time. American Nerd for 2. Principles are crap without meaningful victories. Well, according to this guy, you
Mhm.
have to give Democrats power because why?
Okay, President Gilbert giddy up. Isn't Arizona going to have a special winter Senate race? Probably not.
Yeah, so that's another question. Like, there might be two funny enough if the Mark Kelly stuff's true. I don't think either going to resign.
Oh, holy! All right, they are not letting us do the prediction, man. We
Yeah.
are getting bombarded.
Yeah, but yeah, for Arizona, I think it's to be determined. It depends if Gallego or Kelly resign, and that's not going to happen. But
It would
We'll
be
see.
funny if both resigned, though.
there's a chance, though, because there are some scandals brewing in those two. So we'll see. Okay, a couple of super chats. We'll get to the prediction. Josh Lander for 5. Of course, Shane Massey endorsed Tim Scott for POTUS 2024. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
South Carolina endorses South Carolina.
Yeah, Spring Bear for 2. Principles are for sissies. Well, I mean,
Thank
like,
you.
you can have principles, but actually have good ones. And these people
Okay, apparently
don't.
endorsed Nikki Haley, but yeah, okay. Yeah.
Whatever. Close enough.
South Carolina endorses South Carolina.
All right.
Anyways, let's
Time
get
for
to
the actual prediction. So let's go through these states that we're not going to talk about. Oregon, Colorado, New Mexico, Illinois, Delaware, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and I guess Virginia. Those are the Democratic states I don't even want to bother with. But
New Mexico, they're not even going to have a Republican.
well,
It's
they
gonna be
might.
like
There's a writing candidate for the primary, so there's a chance.
yeah,
there.
it's a write-in. I don't even know if they're going to be is it going to maybe be a write-in for the general election.
No.
as
So no,
well,
it's
or-
if he gets enough votes by New Mexico law, he is the nominee, so he would be on the ballot then. But
okay.
it won't really matter. That guy's gonna get crushed anyways. Prince is writing for 2. Atlas also BS. Eternals are D+5 right now. Oh yeah, the Atlas polls is horseshit. Did they have Democrats winning immigration by like 10 points?
9.
Close enough. That's horseshit.
If any
Yeah,
of you
no,
believe that fucking poll, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
They have the 2028 election as Marco Rubio versus AOC.
You have something wrong with your poll if Marco Rubio's pulling ahead. I love Rubio, but dude, he's not beating Vance right now. He's not fucking beating him. Because not enough people know who he is. It's the reality of it. K-Cub for 5. Any Republican who believes that there needs to be a strong version of the modern day Democrat Party because democracy is just a Democrat the blue are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's get
I
through
think
the.
that's probably it for safe Democrat seats.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Minnesota, but
We'll
probably
talk
not.
Minnesota because there's some weird stuff going on there. For the red states, I don't think I got to really say much. We got to talk about, well, hold on. Forgot to mark that one. There we go. Kansas, blah, blah, blah. All these southern states. And that seems about right. Yeah, South Carolina too.
Florida.
We'll leave that there until we get to that because some people are freaking be dumb about that.
I
but-
guess Montana, but that might also be one we have to discuss.
Yeah, we're going to discuss 13 of them. Most of these are going to be kind of quick. I just want to get kind of the starting map here. So this is kind of the current map right now that, again, not all these states are going to be like leaning or whatever, but it's going to be safe, some of them, but we'll get to it as we go. So where should we start with? Should we start with Alaska and work counterclockwise or?
Yeah, Alaska. Oh boy.
So yeah, Alaska's a weird one. Here's the thing, what I'll say about Alaska right off the bat. When it comes to Alaska polling, most of the time it's shit. You cannot poll the state whatsoever. You just can't. It's one of those states that you cannot poll. There's just too many people in the rural parts of the state. You can't contact them. That's the first problem when it comes to predicting Alaska. Second problem is Dan Sullivan's not a weak candidate. Is he super strong? Maybe not. But isn't Murkowski backing him too?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say another thing. I think it's also isn't it pretty hard to campaign, especially as an incumbent in Alaska.
Me a little bit. Okay, I
When
got
you're-
this thing real quick. There we go, fix it. Okay, sorry, go on.
If wouldn't it also be pretty difficult to campaign as an incumbent senator in Alaska?
Well, yeah, it's hard to campaign in general in Alaska.
hmm
So that's the one thing Alaska the Democrats have going for them. But here's the thing. Petula's a retried candidate. I know she lost by 3. I know that's a very small defeat. But guys, we've gone over this a million times. retread candidates, especially right after they lost, tend to do far worse because they don't got the same political capital. The shine is worn off. I still think Republicans are favored in Alaska. I just don't see how people could say it's a lean Democrat, like Vote Hub is saying now or whatever. But I think right now, it starts off likely. I think right now
I'd probably go lean.
it's either lean or likely. I think you know what. Let's go lean.
We're going probability wise. I think I don't think I don't want to underestimate. I don't want to underestimate
That's true.
Peltola.
Tola.
I also don't think we should be overestimating her like all she is, because I think they
That's
have her
freaking
like
insane.
they have her like a 65% chance
Guys,
of winning or something.
Dan Sullivan's been there for a while. He's been there for a while. He's not the strongest candidate, but he freaking has Murkowski backing him. And I know Murkowski's endorsement doesn't mean much, but guys, if he's getting Murkowski's backing, I just don't see if any other Republicans are gonna go for Peltola in that race. Just honestly, but we'll see, I guess.
Final prediction on if Massey loses from Asana.
Yeah, I saw an actual
whatever.
Susita for 2. Final prediction on if Massey loses. I think Massey goes down.
I mean, that primary is next week. We'll do
Yeah,
a final
I think it's
prediction
going down. I don't think he's going to win, but I guess anything can happen. Well, now Rich Barrison and Robert Barr just saying it's going to go Democrat, but we'll get to that.
then. And American Nerd for 2.
Yeah, for 2. I still think Alaska House of 22 is a fluke. I still would argue that because she won in part because everybody hated
Sarah
each
Palin.
other. Yeah, Sarah Palin was a dumb shit and said, "Yeah, I'm going to vote for her over a bigot." And yeah, how did that go? And she barely lost. So, anyways, enough
Go
of
to
that.
Montana.
So when it comes to Montana, who are Democrats even running?
I don't know.
I mean, the way Republicans did it, they prevented Tester from running again, which is hilarious. But
Give me one sec. Are there primaries tonight from Robin Seacrest? Yes, in Nebraska, West Virginia. Those are mainly those two. And I think North Carolina has like local.
there's some
or
runoffs going on
something.
tonight, North Carolina. But the Nebraska one, the only competitive one is the Nebraska second. The Democrats has a shit show. So
I think Dems also have like an actual primary going on for Senate. And I think that's between one candidate for there's one Democrat candidate that I think is going to drop out if he or she wins the nomination. And then
Yeah.
there's another one that would stay on the ballot if he or she wins. I don't remember.
yeah, it's a
Who
weird
exactly they
situation
are.
where it's like they got some guy that's totally not a Democrat running, but we'll get to that. K Cup for 2, American Nerd for 2, 4-2. Yeah, that's real. But when it comes to Montana,
7.
I'm going safe. I'm not playing this fucking game.
It is safe Republican.
I'm not playing this shit where it's guys. There's a chance I guess I could overperform, but if John Tester couldn't win re-election, come on. He's ever running again. What do these people say like it's lean R or whatever? Because Tester won 10 years ago. Who cares?
I mean, well, I would say the question's going to be who gets second place, the Independent or the Democrat.
That's
It'll
true.
probably be the Independent. It'll probably be the Independent because he actually has John Tester's support.
Oh, he does?
And the former Republican governor of Montana, although he served in the 90s. But
Yes, I mean, like, it might get closer, but if there's a Democrat running, it's not going to happen. All right, now we can do a very weird one. Nebraska.
it's the same thing going on as Montana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
pretty
same
much.
shit. Same shit, different
And
states.
we will find out tonight if there is actually going to be a Democrat
Yeah.
on the general election.
I'm gonna
tickets.
say I'm gonna say likely are for now. I don't see Osborne winning. Again, retread candidates don't tend to do well the second time around, usually, especially right after. But I guess anything can happen. To determine the Democrats even on the tickets. If
Okay,
he
I
is,
see what
it's over.
happened. So let me explain with Nebraska. I'm just looking it up now. So there are two candidates for Senate. There are Cindy Burbank and William Forbes. And I need you to remember these. Cindy Burbank will drop out of the race if she wins the primary tonight. Because
Okay.
she wanted to drop out but I think the secretary of
They try to kick her off the they try to get her off the ballot, I know. They try to get her
Okay.
off the ballot.
But either way, she will drop out if she will actually drop out if she wins the nomination, which is also why she's endorsed by Dan Osborne and the Nebraska Democratic Party. And then the other
True.
candidate is William Forbes, who's just a pastor. And I think he'll stay on the ballot if
Yeah, he's the totally real Democrat. Yeah, totally.
yeah.
But
I think he's like a pro-life Democrat or
I'm
something.
pretty sure he's definitely like an op from the GOP. There's no fucking way he isn't. But
the thing with him is that he will stay on the ballot, probably.
and it's a big
And
deal
that could-
because
Which, yeah, that
that
would be
sends votes
good
away.
because then you can get a lot of low info voters in like inner city Omaha voting for him.
Because
And those are obviously votes that would be taken away from Osborne.
because people don't understand, like even in Maine with Angus Kane, back in 2018, the Democrats are running, buddy. The Democrats took like 12% of the vote or whatever it was. So these voters, they don't know this shit. That's why it's a big deal. But I am Battlefield for 2. Remember, Rickett is a stronger candidate than Fisher. That is true. That's why I'm saying likely borderline safe. I'm just waiting on the primary before I say either. Princess Rider for 5. People don't realize 2018, which is when these seats were up last, was D+8, and GOP expanded the Senate, and that was with Democrats winning West Virginia, Missouri, and Ohio. No, they did
Sexy
not. No,
Princess Rider, not a blast. I don't know why I said that.
yeah, it was up in 2018 and 24. But yeah, if they couldn't win in 24 with Tester and Brown as incumbents, like you think it's gonna happen this time? I guess. But anyways, all right. So we got Nebraska. I would say borderline safe, but I guess we'll talk about that later. Minnesota, I think safe. I'm not gonna play this game.
I'm gonna be honest. I think if you're putting Minnesota as safe, I put Nebraska as safe too.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Yeah, why not? Because when it comes to Nebraska, guys, if Fisher beat Osborne, if Fisher's a far shittier candidate, plus
Fisher was lazy.
Yeah, and isn't Pete Ricketts pretty liked in Nebraska too? So
I think.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose. We'll see, I guess. But
The thing with Minnesota, thankfully, Royce White's not going to be the nominee. It's going to be Michelle Tafoya, who I think is a decent candidate.
yeah, she has name recognition behind her this time.
Dems are more than likely going to nominate. Actually, I think you're actually going to see both Flanagan and Craig become senators. Flanagan will win the election. Well, she'll win the primary and then she'll win the general. And then I think A.G. Craig may get appointed by Klobuchar.
Oh, that's right. Klobuchar's running. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
For governor, yeah. But
yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, Flanagan, not a great candidate for Senate. I mean, she's a massive, like, far leftist.
Oh yeah, she is.
But I mean, yeah, we have a decent, candidate on our side. So, I mean,
I'm gonna say safe Democrat right now.
I think it's still safe. It's probability wise.
Yeah. All right, Iowa. Oh, here we go with Iowa. Freaking damn it, every time.
Iowa, I would put probably as likely Republican.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this again. Where guys, it's lean Democrat. What? Why is it every time with Iowa? Like they have a competitive primary on the Democrat side, for crying out loud. The shit show. On top of that, guys, like Iowa's not a D+5 state anymore. It's not even R+2. It's a freaking R+15 state right now. And voter registration has gotten more Republican. So I don't know how that works.
I mean, yeah, maybe in the governor race you see Rob Sand.
Well, Rob Sand's a different animal, but
yeah. But yeah, for this race you have an incumbent congressman or congresswoman, excuse me, versus and you got two Democrats. Tarek will probably win the primary from what it's looking like.
Yeah,
but,
probably.
Although that's gonna be a nail biter, probably. I think likely Republican works for Iowa for Senate.
All right. Princess Rider for 2. I've heard the governor may endorse Collins in Maine. Really? Janet Mills?
We'll see.
That'll be kind of funny. I don't know if that helps her though, honestly. Maybe because it looks bipartisan, but she's freaking hated up there. I don't know if that's the best idea to accept that endorsement, but I don't know if that's real. That'd be kind of funny though. That is a reliable source saying that though, so we'll see. I guess.
Right. Let's go to the great state of Michigan.
American Note for 10.
Sorry.
Congresswoman APL says she's considering a future bid to chair the RNC, saying, "I'll be honest with you, I'm considering after Joe Grutters is done, maybe putting my hand in the chair for the RNC." I mean, she's fine. I don't think she'd be the best RNC chair, honestly. Just get Whatley back in there. But
I don't know why
Luna?
Yeah, Luna.
Why would she want to give up her seat though?
I don't know. I think she's talking like down the line, maybe.
Unless maybe she's like sick of Congress.
I would be too, honestly, but President Gilbert
Um,
getting up for 5. Rap, you don't understand. I was going Democrat because it's better than Republican. Didn't you know that? Smiley face. Yeah, it's gonna go Democrat because reasons. All right, let's get to the 2 that are actually competitive because the other ones so far have not been that interesting. Let's go Michigan. This is a tricky one.
This is real. This is probably like the big question mark here because it entirely depends on who Democrats nominate.
I would argue at this point, like Rogers is in a good position no matter what.
I think Rogers is in a good position regardless of who the candidate is going to be. However, El Sayed is going to make it the most easiest
Yeah.
candidate to run against, and he's the one who's leading in the Democrat poll. So
The last poll we got,
I would say, let's assume it's Rogers versus Sayed, and I'd say in that case, I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I think it's gonna be likely R.
I'm not going that
Well,
far.
I'm not gonna
That's
go
a
with that. I mean,
Not
if
margin,
you want to,
I mean, like likelihood. Are we still no fucking percentages? Or are we doing actual lean likely?
we're doing
we're
probability.
doing probability.
I would say lean to likely probability. I think Rogers is the favorite, and that gap is only going to expound upon itself as he continues to gain in the polls. And when come time for August, September, October, he's going to drop a shit ton of money in Michigan.
So here's what
All
I'll
right,
say.
let's talk about the poll that we just got.
Yeah, it was from
today.
which group was that from?
I think it was it Mitchell?
I think it was Mitchell, the other one. It was one of the 2 big polls.
Glenn Garriff, although that was from last month when it was conducted.
Yeah, so that's the one concern, is a bit older, but that is Rogers up by like 2 to 5 points statewide.
So what we have is Mitchell has Abdul El Sayed up 9, with Haley Stevens actually in second place.
Stevens at
McMorrow
second?
17.
Really?
Yeah, it's El Sayed at 27, Haley Stevens at 18, McMorrow at 17, 38% undecided. Glenn Garriff had Haley Stevens, I believe, winning the poll with Abdul El Sayed in second place. Emerson from earlier in April had Abdul El Sayed and Mallory McMorrow tied in 24. So it's a clusterfuck of a poll.
Yeah.
Primary, what we
Here's
have.
what I'll say.
But what I will also point out is the aggregate polls: 270 to win, Race to the White House, and Real Clear Politics. 270 to win is probably the last one that's been updated, and Race to the White House apparently. Okay, all of them have Abdul El Sayed up. So I think as it stands right now, and also Abdul El Sayed is like, I think one of those polls, there's either Mitchell or Glenn Garriff, had him at like 80% with Gen Z millennials combined.
Yes, I'm going to say this. I think right now, I want to wait and see, and this might piss some people off, but I'm going to say tilt Democrat for now. I just want to see who the nominee is first, because it's one of those things where, yes, El Sad is the front runner right now, but I'm hearing he has some scandals coming up, and they're already starting to brew.
We'll have to see. I think the Dem establishment is still probably holding out on hope for Haley Stevens or McMorrow, and in my opinion, I do think Rogers would probably lose to both of them. But if it's Abdul El Sayed, he's in a great position.
Yeah, if it's El Sad, I think Rogers wins. I just think right now they're not going to let him win the primary. I think they're going to find a way to unite behind either Stevens or McMorrow, but we'll see. I guess there is a possibility they get El Sad the nomination, which would be hilarious. But cake up for 5. By the way, in Minnesota, pray for my Bud's sister. She joined the proud office of Wall's office as a legal intern. Forget thrown under. Fine. Back the bus over her. What?
I don't.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
She joined the proud office of Wall's office as a legal intern. Forgot thrown under.
Whatever.
The back the bus over her.
Thank you for the $5.
Yeah, thanks super chat.
Let's move on to Ohio.
Ohio. I'm going to lean R. Fucking pissed around.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm not doing this shit, guys. Guys. There are top unions. Anybody can look this up right now. There are top unions that endorsed Brown not even 2 years ago. In 2024, all these top unions were backing Brown. They're voting for Houston now. They're backing him right now. All these top unions in Ohio. That alone should make people wonder. And plus, Bernie Moreno, we love the guy. He's not a strong candidate. He was not a strong candidate whatsoever. I know Trump was on the ballot. He still won by like 3 to 4 points. Now, Houston is the incumbent. Brown isn't. He lost the incumbency. All these top unions are not backing him now. it might be closer because of a midterm. I get that. I think right now
And,
leads
and
are.
Brown probably does still have that like crossover support.
He does a little bit, but the
Nowhere
only,
near as much as he had.
Yeah.
And we saw that
Right.
with the 2024 Senate election.
again, if these top unions are like not backing him, he's in deep trouble. And again, I'll say this: retread candidates don't perform good at all, especially incumbents. They never do good.
If Brown wins re-election, and I do think this is the unlikely one, but if Brown does win re-election, it's not going to be because Brown is a strong candidate. I'm going to say it. It's going to be because Vivek Ramaswamy is an incredibly weak, terrible gubernatorial candidate, and it could have a similar effect on their governor-senator combined race as Mastriano did on Oz.
I can see that. But even then, I still think Ramaswamy wins. So I don't like that. I think he still pulls it off barely. American Nerve for 2. If Brown lost to a car salesman, he's screwed in 26. Well, not just that. I mean, all these top groups are not backing him now. Nobody's talking about this. All these top unions, look at the wiki page. These same groups voted for or backed Brown just 2 years ago. Now they're back in Houston. That's not a good sign for him. And can anyone name a time, the last time an incumbent senator lost re-election and came back 2 years later and won?
No.
Has it even ever
It doesn't
happened?
happen. It's never happened.
Top of my head, I can't think of anybody because it's so fucking very. Everybody knows incumbents that lose, the general, not just a primary, the general tend to not win ever again. They tend to just retire. We'll see, I guess, but. Cake off for 5. My buddy's sister joined Wall's office as a legal intern. I was saying they aren't just going to throw her under the bus. They're going to back it over her. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, apparently it has happened before. Okay, I think
I get it. I get what Cake saying.
Slade Gordon in Washington, but
what year?
1986 and 88.
Yeah, okay, yeah. When you get to the 80s and shit.
40 years ago, wow.
And freaking Washington.
I was going to say, it probably has happened before, but a very long time ago.
Yeah, it's like once every 40 years. Like, okay. And that was back when Washington was more competitive. I get that, but still.
Anyway, sorry I interrupted.
No, it's fine. No, it's going to know that. It's like, if it's been 40 years. Yeah, no. President Gilbert getting up for 5. God help us for Ohio, especially for the governor race. Indian ransom. Yeah. Dianne Feinstein lost California governor, then won a Senate seat 2 years later. Those are two different races, firstly. We're talking about the same seat. We're not talking about you ran for governor and lost, and then you ran for Senate and won. Like, no, that doesn't happen. Like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Senate, you lost, and then you ran for Senate again, you lose. Eric for 5. Brown is a fool for not running for governor instead. He'll have a better chance of beating Vivek and becoming governor. He would have easily won against Ramaswamy. He would have crushed Ramaswamy. I don't think it would have been close, but anyways, enough of that. Now we get to the Northeast, New Hampshire.
Good question.
Yeah. What do you guys say about New Hampshire?
I admittedly have not been following New Hampshire at all. Who are our options?
Sununu
John
is the real one.
and Chris Pappas.
It's gonna be Sununu.
So it's gonna be Okay, look, I don't know shit about New Hampshire politics other than the one time I was on that video for like the midterms in 22, and even I know that Sununu is enough of a household name to just win that seat outright.
The problem is this is the brother, and again, he is kind of a retread candidate. Not really. He was in the Senate like 20 years ago. So
he lost in like 2008.
He barely lost too. He lost by like a freaking half a point. The thing with New Hampshire is
I don't think that losing 20 years ago by half a point is enough to qualify you as a meaningful retread.
I think he lost by 6, but whatever.
But compared to like the national electorate, it was like he overperformed still. But
oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure Obama won New Hampshire by double digits.
Yeah, I thought he won like 15 points or whatever.
But anyways, I'd say Pappas is favored, but it's probably tilt or lean D.
I would say lean D right now, just for the simple fact that I want to see, and this big thing with everything going on, we got to see the funding, like where Republicans are actually spending the money. They're going to spend a lot of money in New Hampshire. That's the early reporting, but I want to see it first. And the polling happened all over the place in New Hampshire. Again, New Hampshire is one of those states that you can't pull worth a damn. You just can't pull the state.
I think this would be a firmly likely D state if it wasn't for John Sununu running.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be likely borderline safe. John Sununu, the last name alone makes it a big deal.
Actually saves us.
Yeah. All right.
Then we get to probably the most controversial one here, Maine.
Maine. I'm gonna just give my
Okay.
prediction, Tildar, but I want to hear your guys' thing.
What I'm hearing is, according to Mark Halperin, there is some big scandals relating to
Yeah, Platner Sebastian.
Platner. Now, of course, this comes with the question of, will these scandals be released, and what are the scandals?
I've heard that I don't know for sure. I've heard something that relates to some kind of abuse thing. That's something I've heard. So
the dude with a fucking swastika tattoo is abusive. Imagine my fucking.
I don't know.
cock.
Like, again, that's just a rumor I heard. I cannot confirm that. Let me be clear about that. It's just something related to abuse.
Oh, let me be clear.
I'm just making sure.
I'm going to be on, as of now, as of this moment, I would probably put it as Tilt D. But I think if these scandals get released, and depending on how bad these are, that'll definitely shake up the race.
I'm just gonna say Tildar. I think Susan Collins, it'll be her closest race yet. I think she barely holds on.
I think so. I don't think Platner's going to be strong enough, especially if shit comes out about Platner. Collins has proven herself time and time again. She's a strong senator who's able to take a beating. I do think that if it were to be done today, as it will be in the future, I do think Collins is going to beat out Platner. But I do hope it is close enough to convince her to retire and this be her last time running.
I heard she'll retire anyways. I know
it was probably going to be her last term anyways. Just one, her age, and two, polarization.
Plus she does have some health issues, but
well, she's kind of had the shakes for a while.
But... yeah, but it's like you notice it's getting worse now. But she's still like in shape to like be in the Senate or whatever. But you don't want another Feinstein where it's like she just wheeled around a wheelchair and you don't know who's actually voted for her, but anyways.
Or Beth Van Doyne.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anyways.
North Carolina.
This is another so this is a weird one. Every conventional thing would tell you Whatley's gonna win. Or not lose, I should say. That Whatley's gonna lose and that Cooper's gonna win. At the same time, people gotta understand, Cooper, while he is a strong candidate, he is not this electoral juggernaut.
He's also not the incumbent anymore. And if you go look, there is a difference between candidates who are the incumbents and running for parallel or superior offices versus candidates who have been out of office even for a couple years and are running for different or parallel offices. He's not going to have nearly as much strength. I do think if it were to be held today, then Cooper would just barely, I'm talking like probably the closest race of the cycle. I do think that Cooper would beat out Whatley, but Whatley is nowhere near as weak of a candidate as people think he is. Roy Cooper is nowhere near as strong of a candidate as people think he is. And as North Carolina continues to get more and more polarized, especially as Josh Stein continues to do what Josh Stein does, and a lot of people continue to wake up to what Roy Cooper did as governor, Whatley, if he has the right enough... Oh, hey, that's the Super Sample Rock. Sorry, I'm playing Halo. If Whatley has the funding behind him and the right messaging, which, being realistic, is not hard at all to do against Roy Cooper of all people with what the shit he's done, I do think that Whatley can win by a substantially larger margin than what he's losing by.
I'm going to say this. I think it's right now lean Democrat. My current take, lean a tilt.
I think it's fair right now. Sorry. Go ahead.
On you.
Well, we have 30 minutes left in the mission. Why is someone calling the extraction vehicle? What the fuck?
Thank you.
But yeah, so North Carolina, here's my reasoning. I made a whole point about this. Like, he's still not cracking 50% of the polls. He's still not cracking 50. No matter what happens, he's not cracking 50. But at the same time, he still has a large enough lead where you could say, even with a fundraising advantage for the GOP, but with it being a more Democrat environment, you have to assume that's enough for Cooper to win. He still has the name recognition. He still has a bullshit fake moderate because it didn't do anything. He really couldn't.
I mean, Cooper hit 50 on a couple of polls, but Those are, but it was like exactly 50.
Yeah, and like that's the issue
Like,
for
I think right now he's undeniably favored, but I think, yeah, and the polls could probably narrow as it gets closer. There is also a Green Party candidate running.
that's true. The schizophrenic. That's
I mean, now
right.
Wikipedia says he got disqualified. I don't know what that is all about, but that's the guy that got his arm broken by Tim Sheehy, and he got endorsed by Track APAC because genocide and whatever.
Yeah.
So he could probably take a good amount of votes from like places like Durham or Chapel Hill or Raleigh, big college towns with a lot of young voters, especially like hardcore progressives. Now, I think Cooper still wins at the end of the day, probably maybe 2 to 4 points, but I mean, maybe he'd win by a little more if it was held today, but I think that's just because Watley hasn't really been the strongest campaigner so far.
We'll see though. All right.
But it's just going to be an extremely expensive Senate race on both ends.
Tester's done for has been a member for 29 months. Oldest with RCP at D+6. Lamau, I'm sorry, but Cope. Well, again, my prediction is based off of D+4, D+5 environment. So you can't really say this really a Cope where it's like, okay, D+4.
I'm sorry. North Carolina is actually safety.
Yeah, it's safety. I'm saying lean Democrat. It can still go. And people understand, like, and I have a whole video plan on this. People understand, like, I don't think the national wave thing is going to happen again, at least for a long time. I think we're going to see, like we saw in 22, more of a regional wave. Like in 22, where do we see the red wave at?
Well, actually, it will be a wave this year because Atlas Intel, the greatest poll of all time, as it is a D+15 national environment.
Yeah, but like again, I think what's going to happen. I'm not saying it's a full-on reversal of 22, but it's be similar. Where okay, yeah, Democrats they probably have a wave year in like New Mexico, Colorado, New York, New Jersey, California. That's true. But at the same time, I don't think you're going to see this wave translate as much as, say, in North Carolina or Florida or Georgia. That's what I'm trying to get at. I still think it's going to happen, of course. I just don't think it's going to be as, like, good for Democrats as some people think it's going to be. I could be wrong about that, but again, I think it happened. Well, I'm assuming a D+4 or 5 electorate. So, anyways.
Georgia, I'd also go lean D as of now.
Lean D. I will keep saying this. I think the guy down there, Ossoff's a weak candidate, or weaker than people say he is.
I will also say Republicans have a very divided primary.
That's a problem.
More than likely going to go to a runoff. Actually, I think a runoff's basically guaranteed.
It's a guarantee. The only way is somebody drops out.
Which, too late for that now. Early voting's already, I think, ended, actually, or might still be going.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I doubt it, but we'll see. We just have zero evidence for this, that about D+10 shift the midterm turnout statewide elections, the contrary. No, those states did not have midterm style turnouts. And Tennessee did not have a statewide election. They had a congressional race. New Jersey did not statewide. Yeah, these are just special elections or off-year elections. You're talking about completely different set of circumstances. But I get what you're saying, but even D+10 across the board, it would make things a lot more difficult for the GOP. It would make states like Ohio more competitive. I still think they barely hold on. If the D+10 shift, I guess we'll see. But anyways, we'll see, I guess. Right now I'm saying D+4, D+5, but whatever. Special elections, I guess we're going down that rabbit hole again. But whatever. Okay, Florida.
Say far.
I'm saying likely. Just appease the plebs.
Who's the Dems? Alex Vindman? No.
Yeah, Vindman. Yeah, say fair far. Enough. Yeah, if it's I forgot about that.
Put it as safe. I don't give a shit. Florida's it's like R plus a million in terms of registration.
Yeah, it's say far.
It's to say far. It's going to be a double-digit victory, probably. Worst case, even the worst case scenario is like maybe just barely under single digits, or like barely high single digits. Maybe, I don't know.
President Gilbert getting up for 10. Don't you think it's weird that Democrats will see the opposite election results, just like Republicans did under Biden? Honestly, sometimes I think I'm experiencing political deja vu. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so yeah.
Now we go to Texas, and yeah, now we have Texas.
Texas,
yay!
We're saving the best for last here.
Boo! I'm kidding.
Well, this is
going to. Cheesehead.
I mean, this is going to be about as big of a shit show as like Georgia or North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just say it. I think likely are right now.
Yeah, Paxton likely are versus Tallarico. So true.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think both Cornyn and Paxton would probably win by pretty similar margins. I think they both kind of have their respective strengths and weaknesses. Maybe, I mean, Cornyn may do somewhat better with Unity, but
I
not
don't
by
care if
much.
Gordon does somewhat better. Paxton needs to win because he's better on policy, and I'm
Oh,
sick of
obviously.
Gordon.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm not saying you're
I
voting.
guess
I know. I
we'll
know
move to
you voted
lean
for.
to appease
I know you
people.
voted for Abbott. No, you not Abbott. Fuck.
No.
Paxton.
I guess
I
lean
voted
on
Hunt. I
Texas.
voted. Well,
Yeah,
okay, I
no,
voted.
I know. No. I'm saying I know you're voting for. I know you're voting for Paxton. I know you voted for Hunt. I know you're going to be voting for Paxton.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's either lean or likely.
It's likely, dude.
y-
There's no way a Democrat is going to be
yeah,
winning
likely.
Texas.
Why not?
I would no. I mean, personally, I think it's going to be Safar.
I guess.
I will say this about Talarico. It seems like he's. I mean, I know it's bullshitting, but he is running a like pro oil and gas campaign.
Yeah, I'm sure he's real about that. I'm sure of it.
So it's like he's kind of trying to take cues from Beto 2018. I think he also came out in support of suspending the gas tax,
He's full of shit. He is so full of shit.
which Trump also supports, and I think Paxton does too. Cornyn doesn't, though. At least maybe he'll change because, you know. By the way, you see what Cornyn's doing? He wants to rename a highway after Trump
Yeah, he's desperate
in
for
order to get the endorsement.
Yeah, he's definitely desperate.
He's not getting the endorsement after retweeting Republicans for Trump. He
That was
fucked
Against
stupid.
Republicans against Trump, yeah.
or Republicans. Yeah, Republicans against Trump.
I don't
Bro, he
get
fucked
why.
that shit up.
Why did he do that?
Because his staffers are retarded.
I guess that's fair.
Also, I'm pretty sure one of his like campaign surrogates is like this fat Disney adult.
Hey, yo, hold up. DeSantis is coming out against Byron Donalds. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Well, I'm pretty sure he was going to always support Jay Collins, but
What? I'm Battlefield for 5. The only grievance I have with this is Michigan, which I personally believe is Tiltar. Rogers very strong candidate and leading the polling. I just want to wait and see on the primary first before we really see that. So yeah, this is kind of the current prediction. I would say Republicans, I think, are 52 roughly. Again, probability base. That means like likely is like 75, 90%, leans 60, 75%.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah, I just straight up disagree on Massachusetts or not Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
New Hampshire. Sorry. No, we're winning Massachusetts by 20. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Charlie Baker.
Yeah.
So true. But yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna be losing. I don't think we're losing Michigan or New Hampshire personally.
I think right now just to be determined. I want to see the actual environment.
I think so. I'm looking right now. If I were to do this map, and I'm just gonna say if I were to do this map, I would put Texas at safe red. I would put Georgia. Actually, I agree. I think Georgia is good where it is. I think North Carolina would be lean D. I think Ohio would be, or sorry, I think Georgia. Fuck you! Now you're tripping me up. Yes, I just said Georgia is fine at lean D.
You said North Carolina is like lean D. It is already lean D.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, hold on. Wait, let me give a sip of my fucking sweet tea. I'm losing my mind.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I would say Texas would be safe red. Georgia is fine as it is. I would say North Carolina at tilt D.
Okay,
I would say Michigan I would say Michigan is the most pure battleground state right now of everything. I know I just said I would put it at tilt R, but I do think that it is a true battleground neutral state right now of all other states. I would say New Hampshire is tilt R, and I think everything else is fine. I would move Ohio to likely R potentially.
President Gilbert Getty up for 5. Telrico's being pro oil and gas. Wouldn't that hurt him with Democrats in Texas? Yeah, that's a good point. Wouldn't that hurt him?
No, I mean, it didn't hurt Beto.
No, it did not.
I
It did not
guess.
hurt Beto.
I still think like Telrico's biggest problem is black voters not going to vote for him. At least not going to turn out, I should say.
No, they're absolutely not going to turn out for him.
That's his problem. If he doesn't get these voters out to vote, he's fucked. So, I mean, like again, that we were saying that back in the primary. It's like look at places like Houston and Dallas. I know that's Crockett's home turf, but guys, he needs black voters to win in Texas. And yeah, he's still gonna win them by like 95 points. Well, You guys see the Alice Intel poll where it's like D plus 60 for black voters?
Yeah, it's not
Fucking
good.
bullshit. Fucking worried. If we're getting 30% of black voters, we're having a red tsunami. I'm so sick of this shit, but whatever.
Many such cases.
Yeah.
There's many such cases where rap is sick of this shit. That is very true.
Many such cases, yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of, by the way, speaking of very, how do I say this, divisive primaries or nasty primaries in Texas. Obviously, yeah, the Senate primary is nasty, but the Attorney General primary, that's getting
That's a
nasty
shit show
too.
and a half. What the hell's going on down there? Pick somebody already. What are you guys doing?
Oh, it's basically just, well, yeah. People think Chip Roy. People hate Chip Roy because they think he's a rhino.
He's a
People
rhino.
people hate Maze Middleton because they think he's a rhino.
Are you? Why is everybody a rhino now?
They think they're fighting. Okay, they're basically fighting over like who's the real rhino, who's the like most pro-Islam or something. I don't know.
It's
They're sparring over Islam and rhinos.
Just drop
It's
out.
fucking
This is
crazy.
stupid.
I like both of them. I'm probably gonna vote Maze Middleton, but I mean I'm fine with Chip Roy.
All right, Tristan for 5. Democrats don't care about climate change anymore. They'll move down to Gaza/Palestine. That's actually a good point. They don't care about the climate change now. They realized, oh, that's a losing issue. Man, who would have thought saying you can't have cheap energy and that's unpopular? Wow. Who would have thought that was going to happen? But guys, according to like AOC, the Green New Deal is super popular. Like 90% of people back it.
Yeah, that's why she's leading the
Alice Intel.
according
Should we
to-
just talk about the Alice Intel poll now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't
Okay,
believe
I don't even know if I could see a scenario in AOC winning the primary. I mean, maybe unless there's like a whole bunch of I guess if the establishment actually is divided as they are and nobody drops it. Okay, maybe if there's a bunch of establishment candidates and nobody drops out during the entire stretch of the primary, which is not going to happen. But if that's the case,
they're going to force somebody to drop out.
Maybe AOC. Then like yeah, okay. If my scenario is the case, maybe AOC could pull it out of her ass.
Freaking, they got fucking Clyburn to convince everybody to drop out for fucking Biden. And you're telling me they can't do the same for like Newsom? Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what state AOC would win outside of like maybe Washington, Oregon, Colorado.
Hear me out. West Virginia.
That's real. BB for Very 2. True. Alex Intel's a crap poll. I'm gonna pull it up. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Boo Chip Soy. If you're getting Ted Cruz's endorsement, I don't want it. We're gonna I'm gonna push back on that. The reason we got rid of Crenshaw is a large part because of Ted Cruz. So
yeah, he endorsed Steve Toth because of like a feud that he had with Crenshaw.
Yeah, so I hate Cruz, but you know what? He gets a pass on this one. Okay, let's talk about the Alice Intel poll. I want to be clear about this. We still at America First Insight, again, the official sponsors of this channel. We still have Alice Intel and others as high rated pollsters, and they could still be right about this. We're not denying that, but guys, at some point, at some fucking point, you have to just ask what the hell these pollsters on. Let me just pull up the polling for the Alice Intel poll. So, right here, the generic ballots is take a guess. Somebody take a guess.
D plus like 14. It was D plus 14, the guys I saw.
It was.
By the way, Jacob Robin, I don't think AOC would win the Vermont primary just because of how boomer heavy that state is. I know they have Bernie Sanders as their senator, but it's a very old state. AOC's base is very young. She would win progressive states that are a lot younger in their population. Vermont would be like Newsom territory or maybe Buttigieg.
So, okay, here's the generic ballot part of the section. Prince Ryder for 5. Here's Dirty Secret. If Harris runs, she's a nominee in 28 because we're double-digit lead with blacks. Oh, no, if she runs, she's a nominee. I don't see a scenario where
that is a very dirty secret. Very dirty secret.
Shut up. Okay, so this is the poll from Alice Intel, and let's look at some of these crosstabs because you want to get a good laugh.
I'd like to meet the 12% of non-binaries voting for Republican.
Patriots. But here's the dumbest one. You want proof this poll is full of shit. I'll make clear. When it comes to crosstabs in some groups, you have a larger margin of errors. I get that. We've gone over this a million times. Like, yes, with some samples, there's just a higher margin of errors. So there can be a bigger miss. I get that. But Why are women voting to the right of men?
Why are women?
Why are they
Very
voting?
true.
Good Lord. They're voting the
Why are
right
Yeah,
of
and-
men
yeah,
by
yeah,
12.
18. Yeah, non-binary or voting as Republican is 18 to 29.
Yeah, look at this. 18 to 29. D plus 71. Not even Obama against McCain was able to pull that off.
Yeah, because all the Groypers are going to be voting Democrat
just-
now.
Guys, again, crosstabs get wonky and Allison tells notorious for it, but this is worse than usual. Let's just keep going. Rest of the demographics, whatever, margin of error, I get that. White voters.
Hispanics are only D plus 21. That's
Look at black
actually-
voters. D plus 39.
I'll be honest, Dems being only up 21 with Hispanics, that's actually not that bad considering the rest of the poll.
That's a warning sign to them that even this dog shit from Allison Till, which again, they could still be right about this. I'm gonna have doubts on that because just look at this. Guys, if black and Hispanic voters are voting for Trump or Republicans this much, not Trump, the generic Republican, for crying out loud. Yeah, white
Like
voters.
my honest opinion is, I think there will probably be some Hispanic reversion.
Well, there's
mainly
gonna
among,
be.
like it's mainly going to be among them. Actually, it's pretty much only going to be among the Mexicans, and even then, it's probably only going to revert to like the 2020 coalition.
If that, probably closer to 22, probably.
Potentially, yeah.
Like it's gonna get like yes, Mexican voters are gonna probably swing to the left, but
But that's also
outside of
because they're like
that-
the more low propensity type.
well, yeah, they're more low propensity and they are more swingy. But guys, do you really think Cubans are gonna swing left? Puerto Rico,
Yeah, no, I mean, if
Venezuelans.
Dems are going back to like their 2020 coalition in Florida, and then yeah, that's probably going to be a massive blue tsunami nationwide. But
They're not. And I'm trying to explain
Yeah,
these idiots like Barris that no, you cannot compare Mexican voters in the southern border with Cubans. And he's really saying, no, the Cubans hate Trump because he's about to invade Cuba. You want Cubans to vote Republican? You know how you do that? You freaking bomb Cuba. You think I'm exaggerating?
Bro, I saw a tweet earlier today that showed AOC winning Hispanics by 20 against fucking Rubio.
Yeah.
And someone said Rubio would win Cubans by Assad margins if he were running against AOC.
He
Actually, he
would.
said Hispanics in general.
Miami-Dade would probably go to Rubio by like 20 or 30.
People
if
gotta
that's the
understand,
case.
like,
Also, by the way, Barris is the same guy that thinks we lose Kentucky's 4th district.
oh, we'll
Massey
get to
seat
that.
if
We'll
they
get to
vote
that.
as
We'll
nominee.
get to that in a second. It's fucking wild.
Did you guys speak real quick? I just want to mention this before I forget. Did you guys see that the Tennessee Republican Party stripped every and all Democrat state House? Sorry, I was coughing. Stripped every member of the stripped every Democrat in the state house of their committee positions.
I saw that.
Base.
The
Why don't we
Tennessee
need this?
GOP doesn't piss
Should be-
around.
Yeah, we should be doing the same here.
Oh, that's amazing. But yeah, so
We can't do that because principles.
yeah, but like, look at this, guys. Cuban voters already. Venezuelans, like, they're gonna die for Trump. Like, they're fucking like R+90 at this point. Like, they're saying, "Fuck yes, we love you, Trump, forever." What do you think's gonna happen if we bomb Cuba?
Si se puede, yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
You say plot way, the future is ours.
Do people really think that Cubans and Venezuelans are against like bombing Venezuela in Cuba? Like, fuck yes.
Yes, actually, because they love Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, they love.
because they elected him.
Yeah,
and-
yeah,
He was the duly elected dictator of Venezuela.
guys.
It's just like the duly elected Ayatollah of Iran, you know.
Yeah, guys. There was a political article that came out. I gotta find it. Where they're talking to like Cuban voters in Miami-Dade, and they're saying like, you know, hey, what's your thoughts of Trump? They're saying, not the best. And they say it's over the issue of Cuba, and they're saying like, oh, it's because he's too harsh. They're saying no, he's not gonna harsh enough for Cuba. It's like that's what these people want. Do you really think these voters are like anti-regime change in Cuba? They still have families down there dealing with that shit.
They are fundamentally still ethnics who have not assimilated. They are going to vote for what is naturally beneficial to them and their ethnic kin.
Well, especially a lot of their families are locked up in Cuba in prisons. But, anyways, Eric for 5. Atlas Intel has been as good since Bloomberg acquired them last year. They've had mixed results since then, with their biggest miss being Poland. Yeah, I remember that. Princess Rider for 2, Alice Stronghold 2024 till the very last week. You can argue that. We'll see. BB for 2, Alice Intel still at the Bloomberg. Yeah, we talked about that. President Gilbert Goodyear for 10. Honestly, Hispanics are honestly like white voters in many swing states. If you run far left candidates, then I think you class as Hispanics over regards. Insider info from Hispanic here. You're not wrong. Hispanic voters, they don't like these progressive types. Usually. There are some groups that's less prominent in, but yeah, I'm just looking at some of these groups. Like, how the fuck are Republicans doing that good with black voters, but Democrats doing that good with white voters? How?
Because it's a bullshit poll.
Yeah, it's bullshit. There's in no universe do Republicans crack 30 with black voters, yet lose whites by 8. If they're cracking, which by the way, if they're cracking 30 with black voters, there's no reversal in the inner cities. In fact, it's accelerated, but whatever. This is horse shit.
Heads up, by the way, polls will be closing in West Virginia in about 32
There's
minutes.
nothing in West Virginia. Well, actually, there is.
Yeah,
There's primary there.
There's
actually.
there's the Senate primary. I think there's like I think Carol Miller's got a primary challenge.
That's right.
I think it's mainly some like state legislature stuff, but there's also the Nebraska primaries, and
that's Nebraska second. That's a big one.
And then there's also the Newark mayor election, which I didn't even realize was today.
On Battlefield for 2, please invade Cuba from your Cuban American. Well, speaking of Alice Intel, let's look at the rest of the poll because you think that's bad. Oh, and by the way, they had 2,000 adults take the poll. Which again, why are we pulling adults? Why?
No wonder AOC's winning the nominations because all the illegals want her.
Oh, jeez. So, Raleigh Moore for 5. Reynolds just blocked the 2026 redistricting in South Carolina in 29-17. Yeah, that's a big story. I made a whole video on that, but there is a chance with a special session. You just need a simple majority. So, pressure McMaster to do something, please. McMaster, get off your ass and do it. Okay, here's the which party do you trust more to handle the following issues? And does anybody notice the outline? Does anybody notice the weird part of this part? Notice anything weird?
The weird part of this part. Thank you for your infallible English.
But just notice anything odd about this? A certain issue? What's the one issue that sticks like a sore thumb here?
Let's figure it out. Oh yeah, that's right. Democrats winning immigration by 9.
Not just that. Look at defense or crime or taxes for crying out loud.
Jobs is pretty fucking bad.
That's with the economy. That's one thing, but guys, immigration. Fucking McCain in 2008 won this issue by like 30 points. I know nobody cared about it back then, but still, this has been a Republican issue for decades.
No, it's because ICE is evil Gestapo and are rounding up citizens and stuff and whatever. I don't know.
Bullshit.
We are Renee Good. We are Alex Preddy and shit.
K-Dog for 5. With the eternal pressure of Steve Marshall, Jay Mitchell, Barry Moore, and others to get a 7-0 map in Alabama, do y'all think it's doable for 26? There's a lot of pressure in the state to do it. They might try to do it. The problem is Ivy doesn't want to do it. It's like she's done a lot of good work as governor, but seriously, just freaking pass it.
She's still a mod at the end of the day.
Yeah.
She's old as dirt, and she thinks Dems are still the party of Bill Clinton.
We're for sure getting, at least we're getting a seat out of Alabama, no matter what. It just matters of one or two. So, but yeah, like look at this.
I would love to see the Democrat Party run AOC for Senate, and then we run Lee Zeldin against her.
And Zeldin wins. Oh, that'd be
glorious. That would unironically be like the most genius thing to do. I'm not even joking. Mm-hmm. That would be a winnable race for Zeldin.
Trump is horrible in immigration. Vivek is still not deported. That's real. He's not deported Ramaswamy yet. But yeah, it's just wild to think this is an actual poll that came out. D plus 27, D plus 21 education, fine, whatever. But guys, when you get to immigration, that you could tell automatically this poll is shifted by 9 points to the left. Automatically, you could tell, like, wait, that's not normal. But the rest of it, fine. It makes sense. Is when you get to immigration and taxes, you have an issue with your sample. But speaking of the issue with your sample, we got to talk about the primary because, ladies and gentlemen, according to Atlas Intel, we're getting AOC versus Rubio in 2026.
Fucking insane. These motherfuckers have gone off their fucking goop, bro.
Here's my
Okay,
question.
they would probably have AOC winning the popular vote by like
55
double
points.
digits.
She's gonna reverse. She's gonna win West Virginia. She's gonna get Obama margins with all these voters. Guys, here's my question. And I don't know the last time Atlas Intel released a poll. I think it was last month. What has changed in a month to cause a 40-point shift in the presidential primary between Vance and Rubio?
Because we're getting into a regime change or war or something. I don't know.
Okay, fine, a small bump. How does Vance go down by 17 and Rubio up by 22? Same thing.
Because Vance is fat.
Yeah. Look at this. AOC went up 10 points. Newsom went down 14. Again, what has changed in the last month to cause a net swing of 24 points on the Democrat side? Nothing.
I don't know. Some would probably say affordability, I guess. I don't know.
Fucking, how the hell is Harris only at 13%? I just realized that.
They probably barely sampled any black voters.
Guys, I don't care what you think, immediately into the garbage.
Actually, this sample is probably much more youth skewed. That might be why.
But there's no, like, guys, I don't care what you have to say. Harris not at 13% in the presidential primary against AOC and Newsom. Maybe Newsom's at first or whatever. Maybe Harrison's second, whatever. She's not at 13%. Hell, the last poll had her at 8%. This is fucking horseshit.
This would probably make, I think, honestly, oversampling the young vote. That actually could be a good explanation for both the generic ballot and AOC winning the primary. I don't know. It probably doesn't explain Rubio, but
let me be fair. There's a lot of young people like Rubio now, but
I guess that's true. Maybe a lot of like young Hispanics, but
because young people they love Rubio now, but that's from what I'm hearing. But we'll see. Do you think Vance hate is online? Yes.
I've literally not met a single person. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have met people in person, like I know in real life, who do dislike Vance, but they are not people who are probably voting in the Republican Party anyway.
Yeah,
or in the primary. And I'm not saying that because they're Democrats. I'm saying that these people unironically think fucking JD Vance collaborated with Israel to kill Erica Kirk so he could have a white wife when he runs for president in 28. And yeah, no, I literally know a group of people. I'm not kidding. Let me explain this.
Sorry.
They seriously think Kirk. They seriously think Erica Kirk and JD Vance plotted with the state of Israel to kill Charlie Kirk so JD Vance could have a white wife and run for president in 2028 and dump his half Indian kids and Indian wife so he could bring about like hardcore total fucking white nationalism. Like it makes perfect sense that the second coming of Adolf Hitler would have married and had kids with an Indian woman.
I hope people realize that Vance and Usha are having a fourth kid. I hope.
It's crazy. No, I know it's laugh it up, real text. It's fucking insane.
Okay, can you describe like these people like
they are castizos and white. They're all Hispanics.
That's
how much? Okay, do they watch a lot of Candace Owens?
No, I asked them if they know who Candace Owens is. Only one person did, and then he said, "I don't listen to black women."
Okay, enough of that. That's a schizophrenic crowd. No, outside of the schizophrenics and Democrats.
I should mention the only literally I'm using this as an example. The only people I know who don't like Vance and are like right wing leaning are literal schizos.
Yeah, and they make up like 1% of the electorate. They literally make up 1% of the electorate, if that.
They're probably voting Dem anyways.
They're already Democrats in the first place. They're just guys. They love being the opposition. That's who these people are. Talk to some people with this. They love being the opposition. But you know why? They make more money.
Because they make money off of
They
it.
make
They're
money,
grifters.
and it's
They're
easier.
grifters.
It's easier to be in the opposition because all you gotta do is complain and take a stand on these bullshit things. They're gonna pass anyways. These people want to be in the minority. It's bullshit, but it's reality of it. And I do think what's going on. I'm very curious. We're gonna see what happens next Tuesday in Kentucky. By the way, I am still convinced, and I know people are saying you're coping or whatever. Massey could still win. I'm not denying that, but I have this weird feeling that a lot of these polls are getting affected by bullshit. Am I wrong for suggesting that?
If they're oversampling young voters, then yeah, it would make sense for Massey to win.
It's just there's something like again, could they be right? Sure, but there's something going on here with the polls lately. Just is it just me for saying that? There's just something doesn't seem right. Again, it's not because Democrats are winning. Just you look at this core demographics. It's like, wait, how the fuck are Hispanics voting for Republicans with 40%, blacks at R plus 30, yet Democrats are up with whites? I seriously think they're only sampling the white schizophrenic. The white college schizophrenic.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it wouldn't either for me, but we'll see, I guess. American Nerd for 2. That's the most schizo thing I've heard. Yeah, it's wild. Polls over the place. Well, yeah, I mean, right after Alice Intel dropped their shit, immediately CNN, D+2 or D+3 it was.
By the way, we didn't mention this, but Trump is currently en route to China.
That's right. Yeah, he's going to China. And of course, the conspiracy tards are going about like, what? Why does he not take advance to China? Because he's the vice president, and you don't want to take your entire like chain of succession.
He probably wants to be with his pregnant wife as well.
Yeah. Plus, you don't want to screw up your chain of succession like that. So.
Ooh, but is Vance the father?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna start coming out that like he's not the real father. It's ex Charlie Kirk.
You are not the father.
Even though it's gonna be dumb, but
it's nonsensical bullshit, bro.
VP picks for Vance are Glenn Youngkin, Marco Rubio, even DeSantis. It's guys, Trump kind of confirmed a couple days ago. It's Vance Rubio. He fucking confirmed that shit.
It's not gonna be anybody other than Rubio. Rubio's done a very good job. Vance is the nominee.
Trump said it. He's just like, oh, that'd be a perfect world. They could be Vance Rubio.
He said it multiple times.
Yeah, he just says it casually, just like, oh yeah. But guys, don't worry. He's prepared to run for another term. Don't worry, guys. Which I still don't think he wants to run.
No, he's gonna have Erica Kirk run for president.
Oh my gosh, Erica Kirk for president.
It's gonna be Erica Kirk and Netanyahu.
Yeah, Netanyahu. Every time I think of that Netanyahu, I just think that track APAC me where it's like $0 from APAC for Netanyahu.
Literally, just like generate your best Candace Owens fucking conspiracy theory.
The Egyptians have killed Charlie Kirk, and they're going to install Netanyahu as the president. I mean, now these same people are saying the data centers are an Israeli psyop. It's like, guys, everybody knows my stance with the Israeli thing.
Again. He's at it again. He just posted a picture of Venezuela with the American flag and the caption 51st state.
I think he's kind of moved on from Canada now. He just wants.
Well, he just says, yeah, fuck these guys. Fuck these guys.
I mean, love it when Trump trolls.
Listen, I want to see it happen. I want to see this happen, guys. I want to see it for the memes. Because this is the most like wild thing. How many people does Venezuela have again? What's their population?
Something. Yeah, it's like 8 digits. I'm fucking retarded. 32 million.
Yeah, I don't think they would admit as one single state. If they ever did, which I don't think they're going to, but they would probably split it off like 4 or 5
It would
states.
probably be bigger than Texas, like slightly bigger than Texas.
Yeah, I highly doubt it'll be one state. Probably they'll admit it in like 5 different states, probably.
Anyways, what's more boomer coded, Trump's truth posts or the replies to this truth post?
I don't want to know.
Literally, just go to any truth post from Trump and
it's just the most schizophrenic stuff ever.
No, it's just all like it's all like all boomer memes you see on Facebook. That's all it is. A lot of it's probably bots too. But
oh yeah, it's Truth Social. Like the only people that like use Truth Social are the ones that want to like see what Trump posts, and then the schizophrenics, the bots. Like that's about it. There's nothing else on Truth Social. All right. Who would Rubio pick for VP if it's not Vance? It's gonna be Vance Rubio. I'm not, guys.
It's going to be Vance Rubio or Rubio Vance.
Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be Vance Rubio. I don't see how. Why would Trump pick Vance to be his successor and then go with Rubio?
And if somehow it's not Vance as Rubio's running mate, then
DeSantis? Well, no, it can't be DeSantis.
no. I mean, okay, maybe Vance could choose DeSantis as a running mate, but that it wouldn't.
Well, you know
be
something really
Rubio DeSantis.
strange I've been noticing lately. So we all know like our good friends Barrison Barnes, which yeah, we gotta talk about that, guys. They're saying that if Thomas Massie loses his primary, Ed Gulrain's gonna lose the general.
Pretty sure both of them are voting Democrat, anyways.
Guys, listen. They're only saying that now. I guarantee you because let's cut the shit. They work for the campaign. They work for the campaign.
They probably do work. Well, yeah, they're probably
funded by Thomas Massie for crying out loud.
I'm sure they are.
But it's like I guarantee you, he did one of his shitty polls, and they realize he's down by like 10 points or whatever. And now they're saying, guys, you can't vote for Gulrain. He's gonna lose by 20 points in the general.
They're gonna manufacture a poll that has
Gulrain
Gulrain down, probably because
democracy.
Blue Tsunami and because Thomas Massie and MAGA
because
threw
they
out,
know
the best congressman.
Their
in the world
giant scam. If the fucking Epstein shit doesn't work in Kentucky is fourth, you really think it's gonna work in the Ohio Senate race like that dumb shit Barnes is saying? He's literally saying if Sherrod Brown runs only an Epstein, he's gonna win. Doesn't this remind you?
Pretty sure Chris Pappas is going to be running on Epstein because of like.
You know what this reminds me of? When Republicans ran a COVID in 22. Reminds me of it. Ignoring all the other issues. How did that go?
Dems ran basically only on abortion, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and it juiced with the turnout just enough. But how does Epstein? People forgot about Epstein 5 days ago, 5 months ago even. Nobody gives a shit about it anymore. Barrison Barnes probably manipulating the betting odds be in their favor too. Oh yeah, 100%.
What state does Barnes live in? Because I know Barris, I think he's in North Carolina.
Barnes is Las Vegas, I think. So that explains.
So is he gonna be voting Dem against Joe Lombardo because
probably
Epstein?
But guys, you're not gonna win these races just running Epstein. I hope people realize that.
Wait, we're running Jeffrey Epstein for president?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
No,
that's awesome.
No, but basically, Barnes is saying like Massey's gonna lose it. Well, they're all but admitting Massey's losing the primary and that Gulrain's gonna lose the general now.
Yeah, hello, but like also no shit. I don't understand what people expect out of Kentucky because these people don't understand that one, Kentucky is a closed primary, not semi-open.
Closed.
Closed. Not even independents can vote in their primaries. I think, right? That is correct. I'm not speaking out of my ass.
I'm pretty sure.
Independents and Democrats cannot vote. So sure, they could change their registration, but this isn't Wyoming. There's not enough of them to make a difference like that. So it's entirely Republicans voting, and you have a guy who on Twitter brags constantly about how much he opposes Trump. Yes, he campaigns as Trump's number one guy. Pro-Trump MAGA patriot. But at the end of the day, Gulrain is outspending him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he is. Big time.
And he is slamming him in every media market in the district for constantly voting against every GOP bill because the deficit or Jeffrey Epstein. It's gotten to the point that groups affiliated with him are now saying that Ed Gulrain is owned by the LGBTQ mafia with a fucking Star of David with a rainbow.
No, it's a Star of David.
Star of David. Excuse me. They're like I'm sorry. Like I don't buy the argument that people are like, oh, if you oppose fucking George Soros or this, you're anti-Semitic. But I'm sorry. There is nothing that you can argue that like talking about how some rich dude is funding Ed Gulrain and then putting a fucking Star of David behind him as like it's supposed to be a negative. That is pretty blatantly anti-Semitic. Like, no. So yeah, no, he's going to lose. He's going to get about 35-40% of the vote. There is a sore loser law. He cannot split the vote. He can't run and split the vote. His career
It's done.
over. It's been over for the better part of a year at this point.
I think
And the
Barnes
s-
and Barris just think that every Massey voter is going to vote Democrat.
Even
Oh,
that's not
yeah,
enough
man.
people
In the
though.
general
That's
election.
not enough fucking people.
I would not be surprised if Ed Galbraith ends up getting more votes in the primary election than the Democrats combined for in their own primary.
Please. Well, they're going
Which
Oh, by the way, Ye, what's your thoughts on our Senate prediction?
I didn't watch it. I don't care. What does it look like again?
Oh.
to. 52 for the GOP.
Post
yeah.
it in general, and I will make fun of everyone for this.
Well, yeah, this is what we made. Again, D+4, D+5 electorate. I posted in general.
That is what I've been banking on the whole time. This looks about right to me. I don't have any real complaints.
Wow, we're right for once.
If Abdul
Yay.
El Sayed is the nominee, I do think we could see a Republican flip in Michigan. Otherwise, this looks about right. The only thing that I can go either way on is Susan Collins. I think she's either going to win comfortably by like 2 or 3 points, or she's going to get ass blasted. I haven't decided yet.
I could see that.
It really just depends on how much Graham I'm a Nazi Plattner goes over with Maine voters. Because as we all know, Democrats are the real racists.
Shut the fuck up. I still think that's a shitty campaign strategy.
But
That's
yeah,
just my take. But
New Hampshire could be interesting. We said the same thing in 2022, but I think that Sununu is actually a pretty decent option. I could see it getting within 5 points. I can't complain about that too much. Iowa looks fine. I can maybe move it to lean. And Ohio, yeah, looks about right.
yeah,
It does
we're
suck
right.
in North Carolina because Whatley is for some it's the margins are obviously going to improve from the polling. That seems pretty blatant. Cooper has near universal name recognition as a guy who's been elected twice in the state and was attorney general running uncontested in the 90s. But Whatley, I'm sorry, he's not going to win. And I actually wouldn't put Georgia as lean D. I would put it at tilt. Only
Really?
because we saw how well Warnock did. Warnock honestly should have won by more considering who his opponent was. Ossoff won't get the black turnout that he needs, and
Well-
all Republican candidates are going to be much better than Walker. So even though it's going to be a bluer environment, I would remind people, yes, Ossoff raises a lot of money. 90% of it's from out of state. Look it up. There's no real internal appeal within the state for him. I think what's going to happen is Ossoff is going to get under 50% in the runoff. It'll probably be like 49.5 to 48 or
Oh,
something like
God,
that.
not again.
And then there's going to be a runoff where he's going to win by 3. That is my final prediction, or my semifinal prediction for Georgia. Just because, I don't know, because like it is a red state at this. Like I'm not gonna say it's a red state, but it was lean R. I mean, what did Trump win it by what 2.5, 3 points?
Yeah.
Give or take. So I think,
think
just
it's
because
very-
it's yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think it's interesting because I said I would put Georgia at, I think Georgia at the lean D is fine where it is. I would put North Carolina at tilt D. I think that as time goes on, because here's what I said. Here's what I said to him. I need to pry my eyes off Crusader Kings real quick. Here's what I said to Rap. I said that yes, currently I would say, like, if the election were held today, I do think that Cooper would beat out Whatley in North Carolina, but I think Cooper doesn't have nearly as much money as Whatley has at his disposal, and he is absolutely going to be getting money as time goes on. He was the former chair of the party. He has people there. There's no way he's not going to be getting any money. And 2, Roy Cooper does not have the advantage of being the incumbent people thinks he does. Furthermore, he's been out of office for 2 years. The average voter does not have that fucking far of a memory span. I don't think that Cooper being the former governor is going to be nearly as big of an advantage as people think it is. I don't think that Cooper is going to outspend Whatley, especially as we get closer with August, September, October, closing in within the last 90 or so days of Election Day. And I think Whatley has a lot of ammunition to use against Cooper, especially as the Election Day gets closer. He's going to have a lot more. There's a lot of shit coming out about Roy Cooper. There's been a lot of shit known about Roy Cooper for a while. He could very easily make this an issue on certain things Roy Cooper did as governor. whether or not that is going to be as effective as people think it might be is up in the air because, like I said, people aren't going to give a fuck too much because Roy Cooper's been out of power for 2 years now. It really will depend on the funding gap, I think.
I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think one thing we talk about a lot in politics is the GOP
Sucks.
sits. Oh, okay. Well, yes, but the GOP sits on their ass for the first 6 or 7 months of the election.
6, 7.
And what happens is it's roughly around Labor Day is when it normally happens. They dump all of their ads at once. They shoot their load at the same they shoot their entire load all at once.
Yeah, all at once.
All at once. And it's very effective because people don't tune into politics until Labor Day. That has been the strategy the GOP has gone with, and it's been more or less correct.
Well, and also, I would also say with the whole ad spending thing, we're still spending money now. Even freaking the RNC chair is a dumbass. They're starting to build their infrastructure up.
We're still we're outspending Dems right now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're not
Well,
spending as
Dems
much
are
as
already
I want.
Dems are already blasting the Sandy Hook promise, sweet little Daniel ads.
Oh gosh, it's
And by
wild
the way,
because-
the only reason they're using Sandy Hook Promise is, as I've said before, and I'll continue to say it, it's because Act Blue is being investigated for corruption.
and I know for a fact any week now that bomb's gonna drop, and they don't have a replacement.
That bomb is gonna drop hard, bro.
Yeah, like people think I'm lying about it, guys. Like fucking James Comer's like, I'm not exaggerating. He's actually like the oversight committee's on it right now. So
Comer is on it. I think a lot of people are also failing to take into account we have Todd Blanche at DHS now. And he has been
You mean
going
AG?
crazy style. He has been going fucking crazy style, animal style, ISIS style.
ISIS style.
He's busting it down sexual style.
Yeah, quirked up attorney busting it down.
Okay,
sexual
shut
style.
up.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your sweet little Daniel, but I'm not voting for Demon Rats.
Yeah, BB for
I
two.
don't. Okay, I'm sorry you lost. I'm sorry you lost your son in a school shooting. That doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to have a country, though.
All right, BB for two. Republicans actually gained from the last Intel poll. Wait, what? Republicans actually gained that poll in C plus 15. What the hell?
Okay, well, I don't know what Atlas is doing. Well, I do know
They're
what
in
they're doing.
coke right now. They're on cocaine.
They're overcorrecting for 2025 because they were showing competitive races in both elections, and they got fucking killed. So,
And to be fair, everybody else is showing the same thing. It's not really their fault. Everybody was wrong.
and I'm not even sure how much of that was them being off, as much as it was voters were suddenly very motivated to show up when Democrats shut down the government.
Yeah, now they're like, yeah, we got to vote Democrat we got to say the shutdown or whatever.
No, it's the fucking. You guys know the that one video of Tobuscus. You know, is they cutting food stamps?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Google
It's a
is they
buskus,
cutting
man.
food
That guy's
stamps?
man. Have you seen his Twitter?
It's glorious.
I lost a lot of respect for him when he said we should be aborting black children but not white children. Like, I don't think we should be aborting children.
Yeah,
period.
that was bad.
that is just straight up nasty.
It is interesting. He shut it out as soon as he got you get accused of sexual assault falsely one time, and you just immediately shut up.
A glitch
Many
EV for
such
two.
cases.
I get those ads so much. Well, yeah, again, their Act Blue thing's falling apart. It's still not a good replacement. Like, who says, yeah, we got to donate to Sandy Hook Promise? Yeah, let's make their entire apparatus. They don't got enough time for that. And they know it. And these idiots, they don't understand, like Republicans, they're spending money now. They're fucking spending a bunch of money.
Are Democrats actually like? Do they still link Act Blue? Are they still getting donations?
They
Act
still
Blue?
do, but like, you look at their actual numbers, they're getting jack shit. Some candidates are still getting money, but it's not everybody. The main apparatus is dead. They have nobody raising money right now.
Well, yeah, we cut off USAID. I don't know. Like, did you think this was organic?
No, it was organic.
Do you think that the libtards were actually raising millions of dollars organically, and it wasn't being funded through NGOs paid for by your tax dollars? Are you fucking retarded?
Yes. President Gil, we're getting up for
Well,
5.
you are.
They're using Sandy Hook Promise because their Lord and Savior Tim Walz was friends with school shooters. Oh gosh.
This is true. He is
That's-
friends with
yeah.
school shooters.
I can't believe he's retiring because he got exposed for some really bad stuff. But
If anything, I kind of wish Nick Shirley had exposed him in like October of this year.
Yeah, that would not. But to be fair, like without that, we would never had the investigations of Smalley stuff. That's the thing.
That is true. Yeah.
Because now there's freaking. I mean, guys, they're every day now. They're the DHS or DOJ. They're announcing, yeah, we casually closed 300 fake Leering centers today in Minneapolis.
Dude, the
Yeah,
quality Leering Center.
We've had like luring centers or like
shutting down-
leaning center. I think there was a leaning center in Dallas, which I think the owner of that was well, the event got canceled, but it got canceled by Abbott.
Ooh,
But
I
it
missed
was like a
Super Chat.
Muslim. It was like a Muslim only in water park event
Yeah.
in Grand Prairie, Texas. So.
Charlie
yeah,
Howard
I
for
remember
2.
that.
Cooper's a favorite, but Wudley can win. I agree with that. Sorry, I forgot them. I missed the super chat. Just want to read
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
All right. DB for 2. South Carolina's GOP Senate leadership is spineless. Oh, they're fucking useless. All right. Yeah, but just I did see that there is an quality Leering Center. There's another one I know.
Mr.
So-
President, there's been another quality Leering Center.
Like, I can't believe that. And the sad part, this is real. And this has been going on for God knows how many years. How many years and how many billions of dollars have gone to these Leering centers?
Do you not
Seriously.
want to give these kids a quality education? They're trying to.
Yeah,
it's
like
a-
it's like
They're leering so hard. One of them might end up being a Virginia senator one day.
it's
Oh,
like
I'm not saying this.
it's bananas and rice, you know.
But
Whoa, okay, you can't say that, buddy.
yeah, but no, it's like you
It's
look at like these
bananas and
centers.
rice.
And so the funniest video of that whole thing was when they went inside the Leering Center and you could just tell they put up like 5 minutes ago. Like the walls were put up like 5 minutes ago.
These
It
people
just
are
went
not
wild.
well.
No,
and cannot be trusted.
very quality living center. So
It's
You're
just
Somali,
I
not
don't know.
Indian. What's wrong with you?
But no, it's like
You know what? I'm sorry.
and I
Whatever,
still
I
think
was-
like that's gonna be a big issue. That is something that's a hot take of mine. I think it's gonna be a lot bigger issue than people think it's gonna be. Like the whole like Leering Center stuff. Like not Leering Center itself, but like the fraud stuff they're investigating. Because they're just casually finding LA
And it's
alone.
gonna be. It's not only is it gonna be bigger. Vance, when he runs for president in 28, is going to be able to say, "Hey, I was at the head. I was leading the charge on all this."
And people understand, like, people aren't wondering like what happened to Doge, which again, Doge is still in effect. Actually, it's actually embedded in the government now, but
it'll be embedded in the Texas government soon.
yeah,
Thank you,
it's
Don
like it's
Huffines.
still there.
Thank you, Don Huffines.
But people just think it's gone. It's like, no, it's not technically gone. I guess technically, yes, but it's kind of just in the government now. It's kind of just there. So it's kind of like you can't get rid
Doge
of
is
it.
gone. Their efforts are not.
Yeah. And on top of that, Doge was never meant to go after like the Leering Center stuff. That was never the intention of Doge. The
Well, I
intention of
think
Doge-
I maybe Huffines will go after the leaning centers in
the
Texas.
leaning centers. Like Doge was never supposed to go after that. It was supposed to go after like the shit like with Social Security. It's like, wait, why is there 10 million people over the age of 200 on Social Security? Wait a second here. What's going on here?
Really makes you think.
Yeah. But I remember the excuse for that. It's like, no, if that's happening, but guys, those people are dead for 100 years. Then why are they still in the system? Why are they in the system still?
Were they still
Anyway,
receiving checks?
By the way, breaking news: polls have closed in the great state of West Virginia.
Yay.
In the great state of West Virginia.
I'm
which
not doing okay right
sure
now
is
for 5.
definitely west of the state of Virginia.
I'm not doing okay right now for 5. Not convinced of the whole Dems are broke thing. On paper, maybe, but they still have Alex Soros, Reid Hoffman, the woke celebrities. They're not giving money to everybody. That's the problem. They're not giving money to anybody, these top Democrat donors. They don't want to. They're saying, fuck you guys. You guys suck at this. So that's the main problem. Even their big donors don't want to give them money. I wonder why.
Aren't they still giving money to like Tallarico or?
Oh, yeah, it's some candidates, yes, but like the main, the like super PACs, no. They're saying fuck you.
They're
I
saying
regret-
fuck you.
Fuck you. I
And
regret
remember,
to inform. I
there
regret
is-
to inform the people of this stream that I was in New Braunfels this
Damn.
week, and
I'm sorry.
no. I didn't even get to the bad part. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you
well,
people?
New Braunfels is the bad part.
New Braunfels is like the best place in the world. Anyways,
Yeah, I know why
anyways,
you're saying New Braunfels is good. Fuck you.
Anyways, I saw a Tallarico sign in one of the yards, and
It's over.
it's over. D
Oh, I was gonna
plus.
say, did
we're,
you-
we're flipping Texas.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, were you talking about the one on the billboard near the Buc-ee's off I-30?
No. It was like on somebody's like backyard fence hanging off to the main roads. Like they were trying to show it to everyone how much they fucking suck.
Was it like
Wow.
in inner? Was it in like inner city New Braunfels or?
No, it was like the nice, like rich, like southern suburbs. Like, what's
Damn.
wrong with you people? You're
Um,
supposed to be like not like evil and fucked up.
They're California, inner Texas in real time.
Something like
the
that.
Lyrian centers are arriving. Anyways, DB for 2. Who is better for Texas AG, Middleton or Roy? That's for the Texas people.
I'm
What do you
Middleton.
guys think?
I don't like Chip Roy's TDS. I'm not sure how much it'll affect him.
Chip Soy.
I'm not
I
sure.
like Chip Roy. I don't think he's a rhino. I'm still voting Mays Middleton. I'd be fine with Chip Roy. I think he'd be a good AG.
Chip Roy isn't terrible on the issues.
I just don't trust him.
It's just that he doesn't want to work with Trump. That's literally it, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
I think with Middleton, he'd probably have a more cooperative relationship with like the legislature. And he'd also, I mean, again, he's like the chief law enforcement officer of Texas, so
All right.
he's going to be enforcing the laws that the legislature is passing. Chip Roy, I think Chip Roy would be a great like federal attorney general, but
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
I think
federal. I
for
think he
state
would be,
attorney
but
general, maybe you want somebody that has the.
I just fear
legislative
he'd be another Jeff
experience.
Sessions type, where he makes one dumb mistake and he's fucked. But anyways,
I think he would be a good attorney general under Vance because he doesn't dislike Vance. It's just a Trump issue.
all right.
That'd be a good option,
Well,
honestly.
American Nerd for 6. Sad news from Calvin Coolidge Project. Florida's is planning to shut down the Alligator Alcatraz facility over rising costs. Oh, that's not good.
So basically, in summary, I think all three of us Texans are voting for Mays Middleton, MAGA Mays.
Yeah, I'm voting
Yeah.
for Middleton.
Yeah, so we're shutting
and
down.
I think all three of us voted for Aaron Wrights as well. By the way, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
voted
Yeah,
for
Patriots.
Reeds, yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
Alligator Alcatraz being shut down. Sad.
I killed
Who did you guys-
myself in
Who did you
Minecraft.
who did you guys vote for governor in the primary?
I just voted Abbott. I didn't really care.
I'll admit it. I voted Chambers, but
You
I
voted for
voted-
Chambers?
I regret it. I probably should have voted Abbott, but I do think, but
Oh
I
gosh.
don't
Okay.
like Abbott. I voted for Chambers. It wasn't going to change anything
Uh,
to begin with. I don't care
Right.
about.
But no, guys.
Chambers.
According
It's
to
more so me being as a dissident against Abbott.
But according
Because
to
I'm the trailblazer. I'm the one who said
Okay.
vote for Huffines in 22.
But according to the
Mhm.
schizophrenics on Twitter, Trump betrayed them for backing Abbott. Anyways,
Truth Canute.
Truth,
th-
truth news. Yeah.
this is a good-
No,
there's,
it's real.
I think there's
actually.
like a big Chambers supporter that's voting for Gina Hinojosa or something
Oh, shit.
because I
yeah,
don't know.
Abbott's bad. Donald Trump heartlessly cancels Social Security payments to Revolutionary War veterans. That's real. Yeah,
Very sad.
George Washington, you're not getting your check anymore. Be sad.
Sorry, President Washington. You've done a good job, but you're voting Democrat now.
He already
Believe me.
was. He's already been voting Democrat for 150 years.
No.
That's-
What if,
Yeah.
okay, not honestly, what if one of those like what is it? Social Security, whatever. What if one of those is actually George Washington?
No, but he was
Considering Social Security was made in the 1940s, I don't think they retroactively put him on.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, for some people they did. Well, knowing them, they probably did put it for.
Correction, it was made in the 30s.
But yeah, no, just like they give George Washington a social
Yeah,
security
shut the fuck
number.
up. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch
Like,
ass.
It was a 70 chess move to flip Virginia.
You are
Truly.
5 foot.
Oh,
6.
by the way, guys,
5'8".
while we
You
were
are
also on to this,
5'7".
by the way, guys, while we
5'8".
while we were
Shut
also on
up!
the shut up.
5'8".
Thank you. 5'8". 5'8".
6'7".
5'8". Anyways, Texans, because we already discussed the primaries, vote for Ken Paxton, obviously. Vote
Patriots.
for Mays Middleton. If you want to vote for Chip Roy, fine, but I prefer Mays slightly.
I will be
Uh,
voting. You vote for Roy. I'm just saying.
Chip Goy.
Vote for
Boy.
Beau French. You guys better fucking vote for Beau French.
Patriots.
And then vote for Thomas Smith for the Court of Criminal Appeals. Nobody knows about that race,
Court of
but
Criminal Procedures.
but I like Thomas Smith. He's a Patriot. Allison
right.
Fox is a Rhino.
Primary with the Rhinos in South Carolina. Well, again, like they're gonna try to force through. What's gonna happen? Is Trump is gonna tell McMaster to do it, or else, and he's gonna do the special session and pass it. The fact that you have people, I cannot believe that he actually said we need a vibrant Democrat Party.
The reason they're saying that is because they
Ugh.
they don't like that during Democrat presidencies they have no incentive. Like Democrats don't have incentives to give them aid or like earmark anything because there's not a single Democrat in the delegation. But counterpoint,
Just win.
how much were they fucking giving you anyways?
5 cents.
Like
In
I'm sorry, like
Charleston.
yes, like there was the system where they gave South Carolina some money, mostly because Clyburn was essentially responsible for getting Biden elected in the first place. So that's why they got some money. But like what? Like you think Gavin Newsom's going to give South Carolina any money?
He's gonna give them plenty of money.
Do you think
Don't
AOC?
Bro,
you think
no, Gavin Newsom is not going to give South Carolina money. He's going to march in. He's going to immediately take control with not the National Guard. He's going to send law enforcement in. He's going to activate the National Guard. He's going to enact martial law on these southern states for trying to do anything against him. And I'm not joking. I know that sounds very far-fetched, but he said he would do such things before.
Okay.
I hate all the fucking LARP on Twitter currently, where people are like, oh, this is why we need a second Reconstruction. It's like, okay, first of all, no, shut the fuck up. Second of all, why is what the South's doing somehow more evil? As if just because the Democrats that they're gerrymandering for political purposes just so happen to be black, all of a sudden it's a fucking moral crime for them to have done so. I don't care. I straight up do not care. This idea, just because they literally made this argument in the Supreme Court. Just if these Democrats were white, it would be legal. It would be fine. Who the fuck cares? But because they have dark skin, and them having dark skin somehow makes drawing them out for partisan reasons some kind of fucking like Nuremberg trial crime. I fucking hate this country. I hate everyone in it.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll hate you too, Shorty.
That Peach
What?
State for 5. Do you think Georgia? Do you think Georgia could go Democrat for governor or AG? I live outside of Atlanta and I'm nervous. I'll say Republicans do better down ballot in Georgia. That's the first thing. And secondly, the Democrat candidates there kind of suck. And thirdly, it's a midterm, so black turnout will be lower.
Maybe Secretary of State if the Republicans end up nominating Vernon Jones, which they probably
please
will,
don't. I forgot he's running. Oh God, no.
He's like the only one that actually has like decent name recognition, I think. So
please no. God no. Bar for 5. Quick question about the stream. Will the night streams be permanent? If so, what's weekly schedule? It'll be permanent most nights except Mondays. Mondays will be morning streams.
So for those who weren't there when I explained it last week, here's what happened. A lot of us have been unable to join the morning streams because one, I work, Luke works, Ye's typically in his college classes, John works. The only person who could probably Real Texan is doing whatever Real Texan does. The only person who could sometimes semi-consistently potentially join on his PC was Ye, and he didn't join because he fucking hated the microphone calls, the shit between Luke and I. Basically, we all came together. We said, hey, we need to we're trying to help Rap make this his career. Rap wants to do this as his career. We were like, cool, we're not going to do the stupid fighting bullshit anymore. We're going to take this more professionally. That's why we have the new intro. That's why we have the current new screensaver. We're trying to actually make this more palatable.
Screensaver.
You know what I meant. The idle animation with the Real American and the fucking vaporwave moon. My point is, we're trying to help Rap make this more professional. We're reining our shit in. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I haven't raised my voice or screamed any. I've been reserving myself a lot more. We're trying to help him succeed here. So part of the way that I'm not going to get into the analytics of his channel, but we did notice around the time we start, shortly after the time we start, that's when he gets the peak of his engagement. So we're like, cool, we're gonna move outside Mondays, where most of us have that Monday off for to some extent, at least Luke and I, at the very least. I know Ye's probably gonna have them off going into the summer, if he's not working. We were like, cool, Monday will be the morning stream where we catch up on the news, but for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday, we're just gonna have the evening streams that will allow us to cover the news of the day, that will have everyone chilled out. Everyone will have access to their actual, I don't want to say professional equipment, but it'll have access to their actually nice equipment. So you guys aren't hearing us screaming. We don't have shitty connections. You guys won't hear my microphone peak. You won't hear Luke and I arguing like a bunch of idiots. Everyone's here. Everyone's tuning in. we're trying to help Rap grow his channel basically, and we're being more courteous. And we said we should do this, and Rap said we're going to do this. This is what engagement is.
All right.
This helps us out a lot. And we're like, cool, we're going to do that from now on.
Oh, by the way, we got some funny results out of West Virginia.
Oh yeah, Shelley Moore Capito is losing
What
Jefferson
the
County,
hell?
West Virginia. But now she's winning Marion County by 41.
She's not doing it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Yes, obviously she's going to win still, but she is not doing too good.
The fuck?
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just stay live for West Virginia at this
Well,
point.
let's just watch for a little
We
bit.
might
But yeah.
as well, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That is she is not she's up now, but she's not doing
So
too
pull
good.
up the House Republican primary as well. One of
Yeah,
them
there's
has,
Miller. That's the one that's kind of
Yeah,
might
that
be
one's
weird.
up in the air.
Well,
I think.
she's I think Moore is uncontested.
Yeah, one of them's uncontested, but the other one I
Mil-
think
Miller.
has an actual challenger.
yeah, Larry Jackson is primary and Carol Miller. So
When is I'm sorry, I've already forgotten what the word is. Never mind.
you have dementia?
He's forgotten the word.
It was a certain state. We're waiting on like a certain Republican getting primaried.
Kentucky?
I know that it's like,
Kentucky.
no, not Kentucky. It's like a no name. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Iowa for Marinette Miller Meeks.
Oh yeah,
Isn't
she
she
better go down.
unopposed?
She better not be fucking unopposed in the primary.
I think she is.
Hello,
I'm
Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm gonna. Yeah, can we run Jeffrey Epstein against her? He'd probably do better than the general.
You know, the sad part is if Epstein was alive and actually ran for something, he probably would win something. Just off the
I
beat
think he'd
power.
win. I mean, he would win in Berkeley. I think.
Oh my god.
Honestly, if you ran Jeffrey Epstein for an office, all he'd have to do maybe he'd run as a Democrat and he'd win just by saying Trump's a meanie.
Yeah,
was
he
saying,
would.
Like, do you guys do remember how the left essentially like glazed Jeffrey Epstein and was using his dislike of Trump as some sort of own?
I remember that.
Like, okay, these guys simultaneously think that Trump was his business partner and he was involved in all
Partner
of
in
these shenanigans.
crime.
He visited the island and participated in it over
They
and
were,
over again.
they were,
Breaking news,
they,
hold up,
but-
breaking news. Dan Rooney is dropping out of Oklahoma's first.
interesting.
Jackson Lehmeyer is
Where
now
they
the-
where they
is now the
Congressman Lehmeyer?
uncontested.
W.
Let me
yeah,
uncontested
Lehmeyer-
fucking paste.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
no, he's
Lehmeyer's-
uncontested. Lawmeyer is going to be the upgrade.
Hey
now.
guys, turns out that's how you get in Trump's good graces. You actually be a team player, and now we get a top. We're gonna get a very good congressman, Oklahoma first. Now, hey,
Is the first
Sabatini.
Which they already
Tulsa
had. Which
or
they already had a
OKC?
good one. That's Tulsa. I
Yeah,
think suburban.
you go
Tulsa.
from
Or actually,
Kevin-
no, I think it's like inner city Tulsa.
You go from Kevin Hearn, who's like a B tier congressman, pretty good, to possibly like we're talking like A tier type in Lehmeyer. That is amazing. Hey Sabatini, you dumb shit! Like what do you think was gonna happen in your race? If you would have done the Lehmeyer strategy, Lehmeyer ran against Lakeford, and yeah, he didn't win or whatever, but he got Trump's graces, and now he's being a congressman. Hey Sabatini, could have done the same thing, but no, you had to do your shit. You had to be influencer first.
Mm-hmm.
I love influencers, don't you guys?
Why the fuck was Capito only at 70% on Polymarket 3 months
Oh
ago?
yeah, the Calvin Coolidge project. I know he endorsed Tom Willis.
South
for
Carolina
Senate in
House
West Virginia.
Judiciary Committee passes 7-0 district map despite state Senate rejecting signed
Patriot.
agreement. Yeah, it seems like the state house is going to force it through.
They're gonna
anyway,
say,
but-
"Fuck you guys, we're not leaving."
Have you guys already explained that, or you want me to go ahead and just do it?
You
real quick?
explain
go
it.
ahead
You
and
explain
explain
it.
it.
It's
Adam
okay.
Morgan,
so-
yeah.
Okay, so essentially, in order to pass this, they needed to open. It was assigned I don't know like the exact terminology for it, but essentially, you need 2/3 of both chambers to agree in order to pass redistricting because it wasn't on the agenda or something similar to that. Republicans fell short in part because the Senate Majority Leader and 4 of his fucking cronies voted with all Democrats to kill it. This is the same Senate Majority Leader who said on the during debates that South Carolina is one of the most gerrymandered states already.
He drew
with
the
this-
map, by the way.
and he needs to. We need a vibrant Democrat Party because it helps the state or whatever. So they killed it. So what's going to happen is Republicans in the state house are going to try to force it through, and currently they have to pressure the state governor, who is against calling the special session, to call a special session, which would only require a majority vote, in which case it would pass easily. So redistricting is not dead. All it takes now is for everyone at every level, both at the constituent and politician level, to chimp the fuck out as hard as you can and get the governor to call a special session for redistricting.
Hey,
That's
Lindsey
all it would
Graham, do your job.
Lindsey Graham, my life is yours.
Yeah, Nancy May, stop showing your whatever on social media.
Yeah,
and,
stop showing your
Donald Governor McMaster, if you can hear me, Governor McMaster, call a special session.
Do it and my life is yours.
So yeah, did we talk about how Alabama is doing special primaries now for the
Yeah.
4 seats? So yeah, no, they voided those results and they extended the deadline. In about a week, there's going to be a 3-day period for new filings, and that was needed. One, because there are new seats, people need to make strategic choices. But 2, nobody filed in the 7th district, so
Patriot.
hopefully someone will now file in that district.
We're getting more West Virginia results. Capito's doing awful.
God, 60%.
I mean, she'll win
Yes.
she's going to win the
She'll win.
primary. We just need to wait for like the rural counties to come in.
It's
Well,
West
sorry,
Virginia.
sorry.
They're all rural
Yeah,
counties.
it's West Virginia.
I'm sorry. I meant the urban counties.
Urban
There are no
counties.
urban counties.
Yeah.
There's like
Oh,
3 counties
Okay,
that
so
can
it's
be
like
considered.
like semi-urban, like
Not
Charleston,
even
Huntington, Wheeling.
not even semi-urban. It's just like
You
a couple
fucking
more
know what I
buildings.
mean, like Charleston, Huntington, Wheeling,
The populated
fucking
counties.
Morgantown. What
The
is it?
population centers of West Virginia.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like there's only like 20 people there.
67.
There's only like 20
67,
people
yeah.
live here. Oh my gosh. I love that. It's like West Virginia, there's no urban areas. Like, what the fuck? You know, when you think of West Virginia, I think of urban cores like Charleston.
I mean, they were technically a lot bigger, like 60 or 70
Oh, yeah,
years
in the
ago.
60s where they had people in the coal mines. Yeah.
60 or 70 years ago, they were actually like a populated region. And then you know what? The woke mob and globalism sold out the entire fucking region.
Yeah.
And they were just supposed to be okay with it because they were stupid, dumb coal miners.
And then a certain orange man pulled up. Anyways.
And they need to learn how to code.
yeah, learn
according
to
to-
code.
And then a certain orange man pulled up.
And then I do like that. It went from learn to code and then AI took over coding. Now it's learn to truck and then it'll eventually be learn to fucking weld.
Learn
like
to
these
weld.
people. Like I'm telling computer science majors who lost their degree, just hey buddy, learn to weld.
That's what they get. They're arrogant asshole. Not all of them, but like a lot of them were saying like just learn
All
to
of them,
code.
every
I think
single one.
I think we just want to like make Gen Z's life a living hell because they're such ungrateful bastards.
Real.
I've been saying this. Total Gen Z.
Which,
fan
which,
in
by the
Minecraft.
way, according to somebody that I think like briefly worked for Casey Push, and I know Casey Push is a
Oh,
fucking like
God.
neo-Nazi, but still, like a lot of the boomers in Ohio actually agreed with Vivek's crash outs over young people being ungrateful.
Well, it's a problem. And like, I'm not a fan of it, but you need these people to vote for you, and that's the fucking issue. And these idiots don't understand that. There's a way to
Because yeah, a lot of
counter-signal
people.
it, but-
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of people that kind of want to make Gen Z's life a living hell because they're ungrateful. They're not working hard enough, so
is Capitol
take their
a
jobs
rhino?
away.
Oh, she's one of the biggest rhinos out there. Big time.
Yeah, she's like, wasn't she like pro-choice and
She's pro-choice of freaking. I think she voted for like the Protect Marriage Act. I think.
I would remind people that I'm pretty sure our good friend Joe Manchin was to the right of her on abortion.
Yeah, he was. That's sad. They need to spend money
Yeah.
in primary candidates in South Carolina. I mean, this is pathetic. If an incumbent is doing this shitty, oh, just
Okay, here's the only problem. Our good friend, funnily enough, the Senate Majority Leader is his last name is also Massey.
Yeah,
seem
we
to have-
started that
I saw
already.
We
that.
seem to have a Massey problem. Anyways, he was reelected in 2024, so we have at least 3 years or 2 years until we can vote
Just-
him out.
okay. How many votes does it take to expel somebody from the state legislature?
It's a very good question.
Because we have a supermajority in both chambers.
Probably 2/3, but the cronies who just voted to kill redistricting are not going to vote to expel this guy for partisan reasons.
Get the
Sorry,
hell out of
sorry.
here.
Look, speaking of Massey, sorry guys, but we have to reelect Thomas Massey because Cassandra McDonald said the fact Massey is at even risk of losing his seat to foreign money is proof this nation is captured by Israel.
You know, look
Terrific.
up Thomas Massey's biggest donor. I'm so sick of this damn argument. Look it up.
It's like a pack. Okay, well, no,
It's freaking Jeffrey Yass. Again, his whole thing is he's pro school choice. That's the
It's
cope they're
Jeffrey
using.
Epstein.
Yeah. But like these dumbasses, their copium is saying, "Oh, he's only backing it because of school choice." Maybe, but you guys do realize like he's literally in the pockets like the Israeli government.
By
Like,
the
I'm not
way, I'm pretty
exaggerating.
sure Thomas Massey is the only Republican ever endorsed by Track APAC.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, their whole thing, like, it's a fucking left wing, like, propaganda group. They don't like. I fucking hate that. Like Track APAC. Okay, like cool, but
Which,
like,
by the
why
way,
is-
Track APAC is also like extremely anti-Semitic. They give higher standards to Jewish candidates.
Yeah.
So if you're Jewish, you have to be like explicitly against every
Well-
single Israeli lobby group, not
and
just
not
APAC,
just that.
but you also have to be against J Street.
They don't count Jeffrey Yoss as an Israeli donor to Massey. It's horseshit. And they're inflating like Ed Goldrein's fundraising completely. They're basically
Oh
claiming,
yeah, because they are extremely biased towards their candidates.
guys, like that's a problem. Those accounts, it's horseshit. But that's what I deal with.
We are Jeffrey Gerpstein. Dingadingadurgan.
Mrs.
I've been
Okay,
saying
hold
this.
on. People are saying in chat Mississippi's going to redraw. Looks like.
According
Mississippi
to
got
Pamela.
cleared to redraw, but what are they gonna do? They gotta hold all new.
They can. There's precedent for it in
And they're
20
allowed to. I
in
guess,
2006. They did the same shit in Texas. So
but, DDHQ is a little further ahead. 61 right now, but she is also winning every county.
she's doing
On this
shitty. My
Okay, which
God.
probably wait, is she winning Jefferson or whatever that
She's at
county is?
52% in the furthest right county.
Okay.
Jefferson, which is where Harper's Ferry is, which is like the progressive stronghold of West Virginia.
Yeah, the progressive stronghold.
It's like 58-40, I think.
yeah,
I think
And
that's what it
well,
ended up being.
even then, Harper's Ferry is like what 200 people or something.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Capito's still doing shitty, but she's gonna win.
No, she's gonna win comfortably, but for
It's
an
for-
incumbent U.S. senator, wait, okay, did Trump endorse against
I'm pretty
her, or
sure-
do we-
I'm
he-
pretty sure he endorsed her.
Yeah.
yeah, with a Trump endorsement, yeah, not good, not good at all.
Hold on. Prince Rider for 5. I reached out because I was curious. The Kentucky GOP internals have Massey down 54-40. Please,
Breaking,
God, let me be real.
breaking. Turning Point Action has officially endorsed Beau French for Texas Railroad Commissioner.
Yeah.
Post now, post
Patriots.
now,
Yeah,
post.
so
Share. Post
I'm
this now.
sharing
Shut
it.
up!
This guy just added everyone without the link. What the fuck? Are you rap?
Yeah, or yeah. So, for those who don't know, Rap tends to ping everyone in the server and just not post his sources when claiming something.
My source, I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, his source.
I have a source for it's Nigerian.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Beau French has just been endorsed by Turning Point. And again, Turning Point, I think they'll surprise a lot of people. Like everyone thought that after Kirk stuff, they were kind of screwed.
This also probably confirms Trump's not going to get involved because Trump usually endorses whoever Dan Patrick endorses, and Dan Patrick endorsed the Rhino incumbent. But at the same time, Trump usually doesn't go against Turning Point Action. So
Like people understand about the when it comes to Turning Point now, I think they're going to be very strong this year. I think they'll surprise a lot of people. They're going to single-handedly save the GOP again. So we'll see, but
Can't believe Bo deport 100 million people French just got the Turning Point endorsement.
imagine saying that 10 years ago with Turning
What if it
Point.
said his name was Beau American? I think I'd vote for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna vote for him.
What if his name was Fries and we referred to him by his surname and then his first name? So
Shut
he was
up.
French Fries.
Shut the fuck
what if
up.
he was Beau Freedom?
Bo
just Bo
Freedom.
Bo Freedom.
All right. Imagine we end the year off with Alberta voting for separation, AFD winning their first outright majority, and Republicans gaining in midterms. I will laugh hysterically if that happens.
Is AFD polling well? I thought
They're polling
thought they-
really good.
I thought they shat the bed or something like that. I
No.
don't remember.
No, they're trying to.
No.
Anytime like they try to stop them, they just keep going up in the polling. So
Well, that's the thing. I don't think people know. I don't think people understand. As soon as AFD gets their majority, they're going to be banned by the current government.
Oh, yeah,
and
they're gonna
not going to be
immediately
allowed to
ban
take
it.
Power.
yeah, and that's going to start a lot of shit in Germany. That's why don't go to
they've
Europe.
They've been setting the stage to ban this party for about a decade at this point. They keep posting, oh, this party's dangerous. Like,
They're far right.
They're far right. We're looking into banning them, but they haven't done it yet because you can't ban a party that isn't succeeding. Like they're currently too big of a target to get rid of. Like it would cause too much backlash. They're gonna wait until they actually win, and then they're going to do it. And the backlash that's going to come with that, it's going to be unprecedented.
Stay out
to
of
ban-
Europe. I'm going to say that.
I don't think people understand the shitstorm that's going to happen if the outgoing government or the government that just got voted out of power bans the party that just won and then reclaimed power. it doesn't matter what you try to call the AFD. You try to call them Nazis, fascists, far right, Islamophobes.
That is
homophobes.
fascistic to do that. So
It is not going like and you just know if it happens during a Republican administration, especially Trump or I'll be honest with you, I
God.
think Vance is going to go nuclear more than Trump would if the AFD gets banned because I think Vance is an unironic AFD supporter. I remember
As
him.
opposed to an ironic AFD supporter.
I'm pretty sure he actually endorsed the AFD either before or after he became vice president.
Yes, because a party with a lesbian party leader is far right. That's the funniest thing. It's like a lesbian with a freaking...
No. Lesbian party leader with a Sri Lankan spouse, mind you.
It's like, guys, that's far right.
Sure. And the other party leader is a guy, and he looks kind of gay to me. I don't know if that's ever been confirmed, but it might be a lesbian dating a brown immigrant and a gay man, a closeted gay man running the quote unquote far right party. And what are their far right opinions? Hey, you don't have to be ashamed to be German. And also, maybe we should have like
less immigration,
like 3 or 4 less immigrants a year. That'd be nice, I think.
No, they're not. We gotta ban them. They're gonna try to ban them, and that's gonna start.
I don't. No, yeah. I don't. I'm saying right now, because here's the thing: they already have a sanatorium on it. They're not allowed to vote. No party is going to make a coalition with them. The fucking quote unquote conservative Democratic Union has repeatedly, and their current government is a coalition with the Greens and the Labor, or no, not even Labor. They're the fucking Socialist Party, I think. The SPD.
Yeah.
The Democratic Socialist Party.
Oh, yes.
They would rather coalesce with the fucking Socialist Party and the Green Party and over just making a coalition with the right-wing conservatives.
All right. President Gilbert getting up for 2. I would vote for Beau French if his name was Bullshit.
Bullshit?
Yeah, ha, funny.
I'm bullshitting myself.
All these so-called far-right parties here are just centrist. Yeah, that's funny. It's like none of these parties are far-right.
The AFD probably is one of the further right parties in Europe.
That's not really saying much.
In comparison to America, most of them would be like generic conservatives.
Yeah.
They're even more liberal. They're probably are they pro death penalty?
I don't know.
Are they pro gun rights? Are they even like
European countries not pro gun?
Do they even support like a 15-week abortion ban?
I don't know. Look, everybody.
The only way that a lot of European parties are more conservative than the GOP on one issue, and that's legal immigration. The GOP has come a long way on immigration in the last 10 or 15 years, but they're still to the left of a lot of German far right or quote unquote far right parties because the GOP is we want a big beautiful door on our big beautiful wall, while like a majority of most Europeans, not the politicians, they poll Europeans, they want less legal migration. They want deportation of legal immigrants.
They want remigration.
Some of them want moratoriums and remigration, and that makes them to the right of the GOP. But that's about it. On most other issues, they're to the left.
For those who think we're exaggerating, look at the Denmark Socialist Party. Look that up. The freaking Socialist Party, or it might not be socialist, it's like the far left party in Denmark. Like they're in charge, and they're like saying we got to ban all immigrants, we got to deport everybody. It's like that's a shit they're put in Denmark. So
and like the European right-wing parties are like, I'm not gonna say they're openly racist, but they are very openly anti-migrant of any persuasion, legal or illegal. Asylum seekers, fucking people fleeing war, like these, they are openly against them. They are openly nationalistic towards their native population, which should be the bare fucking minimum, but it's not because
no, it's racist.
The West is the only country the West is the only part of the world too cucked to be proud of their own native population and to prioritize them over foreigners. You'll never see any kind of behavior like this from the third world or the global south.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead.
So that's kind of it for tonight. We kind of went over the thing. They already called her Capito. She shat the bed a little bit, but still kind of funny that she still won, but yeah, she didn't do too good. But yeah, so overall, kind of I don't know. Not really election night stream, kind of just set a prediction. So yeah, right now I'm saying 52-48. Again, this could all change. We're in May? Shit can happen in a month. We don't know with gas prices, don't know with oil prices. And I still think Trump has something up his sleeve for this year. That's my hot take. He has a 70 chess move plan, totally. That's totally real. I don't know. We'll see. Do you think Keir Starmer's going to resign? He might resign and say "fuck you" and they call an election. We'll see. But
Yeah, I think I talked about this earlier. He's currently hedging his unpopularity and telling them, if you try to force me out, I will end your political careers by having you lose in the election. He is like, that is some fucking next level shit. And I
it's
honestly, I
slimy
have
as
to
hell. I
respect it.
love it.
I have to respect it, at least a little bit.
I love it.
Like, he's maybe the first politician who leverages the fact that he's unpopular to stay in
to his
power.
advantage. Oh my gosh. It's kind of, to be fair, that's kind of what Biden did. To be fair, but I don't know.
Hawk Tua.
Octua.
Thank you.
On that 6-7.
Sorry, are you guys what kind of beer do you guys drink? Miller Lite,
I don't know.
I drink
Coors Light,
Shiner.
Michelob Ultra,
Bro, you
Shiner?
know what beers I drink. We went to get beer like a month
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
DB for 5. Hey Rap, look up on Google an article. I looked it up and I don't see anything. It's I don't know. It's a paid thing, so I'm not gonna do that.
Of course he's in danger. He's at like 40% of the vote in the internals.
Yeah. All right, so that's it, everybody, for tonight. I think we're on the stream here. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. And yeah, I think that's it. All right. God